Parties have been sworn in. You may be seated. Ma'am, have a seat, please.
Who are you?
I'm a witness for my brother, Bobby Leal.
Mr. Leal, the defendant used to be your girlfriend, and according to you, she owes you some money for 2 items of clothing that you purchased for her.
That's correct.
And that you want back a piece of jewelry that you gave to her.
That's correct.
Okay, so tell me how long you and the defendant dated.
Okay, we were dated approximately 8 months.
From when to when?
I believe it was from September to May. That's when the breakup, May 21st, May 22nd was the breakup.
Okay, and when was the first loan that you claim to have made to her?
That was approximately December 21st.
Of what year?
Of 2002.
December of 2002. Well, tell me about that loan, sir.
That was for a Raider jersey.
A Raiders jersey?
That's correct.
A shirt?
No, it's a jersey. It's a throwback jersey. It's not a shirt.
It's to cover the upper part of your body.
That's correct. Now, I had purchased Oakland Raider tickets to go to the Oakland Coliseum and watch the Raiders play Kansas City Chiefs. Now, she wanted to go to the game. I had purchased 4 tickets. One for me, one for my brother, one for my sister. So I told her, okay, I have an extra ticket. You know, you willing to go? She said, yeah. Now, that was the 21st of December. Okay, now the game was December 28th. Now, she was complaining about how she didn't have a jersey and she had nothing to wear. So I told her, you can wear anything you want. It doesn't matter to me. And she threw a big fit, and I said, okay, fine, what do you want to do? She goes, I'll pay for a jersey if you purchase me a jersey so I can go to the game with you.
So
I don't want to look funny at the game. I said, fine. You're going to pay me back? She said, yeah. That was the first loan.
Okay. Now, what was the next loan for?
The next loan was basically March 27th. I loaned her a dress that she's supposed to pay me back for.
Well, tell me about the dress. It wasn't your dress, was it?
No, it wasn't. The dress that I purchased for her was a dress that she needed for a prom that she invited me to.
She invited you to her prom?
That's correct.
And tell me how it came about that you purchased a dress for her.
Okay. Her mother would not buy her anything for the prom because of the fact that she was with me, and her mother hated my guts. Why? I have no idea.
And you were her boyfriend?
That's correct, Your Honor.
And you had been her boyfriend since September of 2002?
That's correct.
And this was March 2003?
That's correct.
And she wanted to go to the prom. Her mother wouldn't help her out. So what did she say to you?
What happened was we had went to the school to pay for the tickets for the prom. Tickets, that was a gift for me to pay for the tickets. I paid for the tickets with my expense. Now, the dress, she told me, okay, you know, my mother won't buy me a dress, and I don't have no money, I'm broke. Would you be able to buy me a dress, and I'll pay you back with my child support money that I get every month? I said, okay, we can do that. So what happened is I purchased a dress as a loan for Catherine.
Okay. Now, from December 2002 until March 27th, 2003, did she pay you back for the jersey?
She didn't pay me back for anything, Your Honor.
So after you made this loan to her, which she did not fulfill, is that right? You lent her even more money for the dress. Is that right?
Yes, but the dress was a loan.
And what about the jersey?
The jersey was also a loan, too.
Well, that's what I'm saying to you, sir. After she didn't pay you back for the jersey, didn't pay you back in December, January, February, March. She didn't pay you back, so you lent her more money for the dress.
That's correct.
Okay. Now, what about this jewelry you want returned?
Oh, this jewelry was a symbol of our relationship, okay? It was 2 gold open hearts with a real fine necklace that goes around the neck, Your Honor. That necklace...
When did you give it to her, Mr. Leo?
I did not give it to her. It was a symbol of our relationship that was for
When
us.
did you give it to her? If you took it out of your hand and you put it on her neck, then you gave it to her.
I would say before the prom.
What month?
I have no idea.
So you don't remember?
I don't remember what month.
Shh. Okay. As a symbol of your relationship, now the relationship is over, you want it back.
That's correct.
All right. Now, are you a witness to what?
I'm a witness to the prom dress.
Step up. Tell me your last name.
Guerrero?
Okay. You're his sister.
Yes.
What are you a witness to?
2 weeks before the prom, I had asked her if she had anything to wear to the prom, because I know her mom and her didn't get along, and they were always just talking really bad about each other, so I asked her if she had anything to wear. And she said, you know, Bobby bought me a dress, and I'm going to pay him back as soon as, you know, I get some money. And I said, okay. And so we just actually began speaking about other things.
Good. I see. Okay. Now, Miss Ellis, let's start with the jersey. Let's have, in 30 seconds or less, your version of the jersey, please.
We were at the mall, and he decided, oh, there's Raiders tickets I would like to buy. So we shopped around. He bought a jersey, and he told me, you know, if you want to go to the game, you got to get a jersey. He wasn't going to let me go to the game
That's
without...
wrong, Your Honor.
Did she interrupt you when you were speaking?
Without...
Shh. Did she interrupt you when you were speaking?
No, ma'am.
Then don't interrupt her. Go ahead.
He wasn't going to let me go to the game without wearing...
So you're saying he just bought you the jersey?
He bought the
Okay.
jersey, he threw
Well,
a
let's
fit
get on.
and made me pick one out. So I did.
Good. The next thing that happened was this gold chain. Do you remember when that was?
That was in March. I don't know the exact day, but it was in March. I got, for Valentine's Day, a card stuck to my front door that says, "Your gift will come soon," on it. You want to look
Can I
at
see
that?
please?
In March, he went out shopping.
Okay.
He didn't say anything about it being like a promise
Whatever,
type
it's a
of
gift.
thing.
It's a gift. He doesn't get that back. Doesn't get that
So
back to her.
that's basically the necklace.
Perfect. Now let's get to the prom dress.
I decided I was going to go to prom, and I asked him, obviously, he was my boyfriend, so I asked him if he wanted to go. He agreed. He was all excited, hyped up about going, and...
Look at me. Look at me.
Sorry.
So far, you're batting 1,000. Let's not tell anything that's untrue.
I'm not.
Good.
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
This chick, this little girl, she cheated on me.
Listen,
Hold on a
Mr.
second.
Leo. No,
Hold on a
Mr.
second.
Leo.
Okay, I work.
No! You hold on!
Real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Bobby Leal says ex-girlfriend Catherine Ellis owes for a prom dress, a Raiders jersey, and a necklace he says was a symbol of their relationship.
So you asked him to go to the prom.
I asked him to go to the prom. He agreed. He wanted me to look good, obviously. We went dress shopping for about a week or so, and he found the dress that I actually got, and he purchased it.
You mean he found it without you there?
No. We found the dress, and he
You were
bought
together?
it. Yeah.
You were together? No,
Yeah.
the question is...
No, it was not alone. I never agreed to pay him back for it. It was not alone. He
Well,
was my
tell me-
boyfriend. It was, you know, the thing to do. And
Okay. Did you ever have a conversation with Miss Guerrero, his sister?
No, I
about
did
the
not.
dress? Yes.
She did have a conversation at my house telling me that my brother bought her a dress and that she was going to pay him back as soon as she got money.
That never happened.
I told her that he bought the dress, yes, but I
And
never
that you were
told
going to pay
her.
him back.
I never told her that I was going to pay him back. I wouldn't tell somebody that.
Okay.
If it
How much
wasn't
was the
alone.
dress, Mr. Leal?
I got the receipt right here. I got the pictures of the prom day with the necklace. If you'd like to take a look at that, Your Honor.
No. The dress was $86.37?
That's correct.
Okay. Listen to me very carefully, Mr. Leal. I do not believe that... Sit down now. The jersey that you purchased for her as a gift in December of 2002.
That is not correct, Your Honor.
No, it is correct because I say it is correct for the purposes of these proceedings, Mr. Leal. The necklace that you bought for her was a gift. You don't get those things back.
Your Honor, that was
I'm speaking. The dress, however, I believe she said she would pay you back for because I believe your sister. And I believe you to the extent that when you went shopping for the dress for her, it was your intention and her intention to pay you for the cost of the dress, not for the jersey, not for the necklace. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Miss Ellis, I don't believe you that you never had a conversation with Miss Guerrero with regard to the dress. I believe that you did, in fact, say to her that Bobby bought me the dress and I'm going to pay him back, and you are going to pay him back. It's $86.37. The necklace, of course, is yours. What do you want?
I wanted to say something to you, Your Honor, that was really important. Okay, the time being that I was with Miss Catherine Ellis, okay, there's been times where I work graveyard shift, okay? I work graveyard shift every single day. And every single day that I was with her, this chick, this little girl, she cheated on me.
Listen,
hold on a second.
Mr. Leal. No,
hold on a
Mr.
second.
Leal.
Okay, I work.
No, you hold on. You have to put a period and get over your anger.
Right.
Listen to me.
What about the child?
No, you have to put a period, Mr. Leal, and get over your anger.
Right.
She broke up with you.
Right.
It's over.
No sympathy at all. That's correct.
It's over. It's
Right.
over. This is not a long-term marriage that you had.
That's
This was a
correct.
relationship that you have, and relationships end, and sometimes they're better off ending before they become more serious, before you have a baby, before you have bills and things that you've accumulated together, right? I want you to start absorbing what I'm saying to you. You just want to talk. I'm not your psychiatrist. I'm not your psychologist. I'm not your therapist. I am a judge. I am here to determine three things. Whether the jersey was a gift, I say it was a gift. Whether you get the necklace back, that was also a gift. The dress, however, the cost of the dress was a loan, which I find she promised to pay you back. That ends your legal interaction with Miss Ellis.
And what about this?
Do
right
you
here?
want?
What about her sending a bunch of
Listen to
guys?
me. Listen to me.
Okay.
That ends your legal action with Miss Ellis.
Okay.
And if you are smart, you will end all contact with her. She will end all contact with you. You will go home with your sister, who is a little concerned about you. There's no question. I look at Miss Guerrero and I say to myself, she's a little worried about him, that he's going to fly off the handle. Don't fly off the handle. It's over. You will have another interest in your life. You will have another
I already
relationship
do.
in your... Perfect.
Okay,
Then you
but
get
that's not the point.
$86.37 from her. Bird, I've had it. Say goodbye to these people for me.
Parties are
Thank
excused. You may step out.
Respect. Respect. That's all I want is respect.
He's jealous.
I have no sympathy for the little girl, and I'm just going to go my way. She goes her way, and that's it.
He's an idiot. And I am never going to date anybody like him again.
And now the next case.
All parties in the matter of Zook versus Brown. Step forward, please.
Computer business owner Carl Zook is suing 27-year-old bartender Kristen Brown for crashing into his parked car. Kristen says Carl is suing the wrong person.
Mr. Zook, would you remove that from the bench, please? Thank you very much. Mr. Zook, on what date was your parked car destroyed?
It was August 11th of 2002.
According to what I've read, your car was parked in front of your home, or not far from your home, and you were awakened by some loud noise. You came outside to find that your car had been severely damaged by a car that was white in color. Is that right?
Yes, Your Honor.
And you saw the car pull away, and then the car came back again, barreling down the street and took off. As it turns out, I find that the car that damaged your car belonged to the defendant.
That's correct.
The defendant says that her car was stolen by someone. She doesn't know who. It's out of her control, and therefore she is not responsible for the damage to your car. You want her to pay for the damage to your car.
That's correct.
She says she's not responsible for the damage to your car. She wasn't driving her car when the incident happened. Her car was stolen. Is that what the case is about?
I don't know if the defendant claims the car is stolen.
The car wasn't in her control.
Correct.
She didn't have it.
Correct.
Okay. August 11th, 2002, where were you?
I was bartending.
What time did you go to work on the 11th?
I had to be there at 9 o'clock, 9
9?
p.m.
9 p.m.?
Yes.
Who is this?
This is the other bartender that night, and we both closed the bar together.
Okay. So when you got to work at 9 o'clock, you were driving. What kind of car were you driving?
I have a white Acura,
What year?
94.
Where did you park the car?
There's a parking lot behind the bar.
Any other cars there?
Yeah, quite a few.
Okay. And what time did you close up?
The bar closes at 2, and then it takes us at least 45 minutes, sometimes an hour and a half to close down the bar. We have to count out the register, clean the bar, tip out the doorman, all sorts of stuff. So we usually leave about 3 a.m.
Okay. 2 o'clock. Closed. 2:45, 3 o'clock, you're out the door. And what happens when you get outside?
Usually get in my car and go home.
Well, what happened on the 11th of August?
That night, I actually, right before closing...
Try looking at me right here.
sorry. Right before closing, I think I was starting to gather my stuff. I usually keep my car keys and other, lipstick, personal belongings on the back of the bar, and I noticed that my car keys were gone. And I ran out the back door to the parking lot and then noticed that my car was gone. Now, I had figured it's a really local bar. I have a ton of friends that hang out there. Everybody knows my car, and I just figured, one of my friends had too many drinks, did something stupid, took off with my car, so then I just asked the door guy if he could give me a ride home, and he took me home.
Mm-hmm. What information does this person have to contribute to this case?
Well, Peter can testify that at the time that the accident happened, I was still working, so that I was not behind the wheel of the car.
I don't even think that this gentleman thinks that you were necessarily behind the wheel of the car.
Well, that's...
That doesn't mean that you didn't give the keys to somebody. What time was your car damaged?
1:55 a.m.
So she was working.
Yes.
I believe you were working. I don't believe that you are clueless as to who had your car. Madam, do you want to know why?
Why?
2 reasons. Because instead of bringing a witness who can testify to your surprise when you got outside and saw that you didn't have a car, you brought somebody who was going to just tell me that you were there. That was never an issue with the police, that it was you behind the wheel of the car. Maybe a boyfriend. Maybe a friend to whom you had given the keys. And second, that you didn't report this car stolen, did you?
No.
Well, here we have your white Acura that's missing. It's in the middle of the night. It's your only means of transportation. And you don't call the police to say to them, listen, somebody took my car, especially since you just said to me, I thought maybe one of my friends who had been drinking or something took my car. Somebody's drinking, driving your car in the middle of the night, and you don't think that that's cause to pick up the phone and call the police? That, for those reasons, madam, I don't believe your story. The police may have believed your story, but I don't. Who's Tom?
That was my boyfriend at the time.
Well, Tom brought your car in to be repaired.
That's what boyfriends do for girlfriends.
If they drive the car.
Or just as a favor.
Or if they drive the car. Oh, good. I'm glad to see this police officer also finds that you're full of baloney. Brown did not want to file a stolen vehicle report. I questioned her about the facts and told her that I did not find her story credible. Wow. Good for you. I asked her if she was willing to take a polygraph test. She declined. The boyfriend was also offered to take a polygraph test. He also miraculously declined. Ugh. Can I see the bills, please? I had enough. I hate people who don't fess up to their responsibilities. Is he still your boyfriend?
No, Your Honor.
When did he stop being your boyfriend?
Just recently.
Did he dump you or did you dump him?
It was mutual.
That's usually not true. Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount requested, $5,000, which doesn't cover the damage, sir, but it's all I can give you. That's all. Step out.
Parties are excused. You may step out. This is APCA. Parties have been sworn in, Judge. You may be seated. Sir, have a seat.
Mrs. Sharia, this is your son.
Yes.
And your claim is that you co-signed a loan for him for an automobile several years ago. He made payments regularly for a long time. Then he stopped making the payments.
Right.
And you have been forced to make, I believe, the last 8 payments on the car in order for the credit company not to cause a default on the loan. And since he's not making the payments, you want him to give you the car so that you can sell it and perhaps recoup some of the loss since he's not making the payments. Your son says this is not about the car because he has been making regular payments on the car for the last 8 months, even after you kicked him out of your house. He says that it's all about control, that since you can't control his life and you don't like his friends, you want to take his car away because that's the only thing he's got. That's your defense?
That's right.
Okay. How old are you, Joe?
20.
Do you have siblings?
I have a brother.
How old is your brother?
23.
Do you see him regularly?
Yeah.
Yes. Try yes.
Yes.
And what about your mom? Does he see your mom?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so they're close. So
Yes.
there's 2 boys. 2 boys.
Yes.
She's close to the older son. And according to what I read in her complaint and your answer, she was pretty good to you also.
Yes.
You needed a car several years ago. You were 18.
Yeah. Yes.
Where's your father?
My father, he lives somewhere in Cheektowaga in Newark. I don't really talk to him. I didn't really have a relationship with him.
Did you, look at me, Joe, did your mother always work when you were little?
Yes.
And who do you think supported you and your brother?
She did.
Okay. First of all, it goes without saying that you and your mom had an agreement that she would co-sign for this car, but you would make the monthly payments. Is that right?
Yeah, that's right.
And you did, according to your mom, make them for a very long time. When did he stop making payments on the car?
In September of 03.
And is that when you started to make the payments?
Yes.
Do you have proof that you made those payments?
Oh, yes.
May I see them, please? Now, before September of 2003, who would make the payments?
Joe would. Joe would give me the money or his paycheck, and he used to give me $40 a week to cover the payments. And then all of a sudden, he started saying, well, I want to just give them to you at the end of the month or the beginning of the month when it was due. Then it came to the point where he changed. He was going to school. That's why I co-signed for the loan. He was working 2 jobs. I have a big lot. He was mowing all the lawn. He was taking care of his chores, his room, and everything. Then he gets transferred over to a different pizza place, then meets up with some kids, and all of a sudden, he stayed out until 5 o'clock in the morning. He didn't tell me. He told me he doesn't have to tell me where he was. He quit school. Stopped going little by little till he quit school.
What school was he going to?
He was going for electronics. I told him that if he went for electronics, that I would help him start a business in it. And he was doing everything right. All of a sudden, he was trashing his room. There was food, there was clothes, there was breaking the ceiling, the wall, you know. And I went downstairs. I opened up a book that was down there. I found some marijuana in there. He told me that it was his friends. He was just holding it for them. I used to give picnic parties, and he used to be the kind of kid, he was such a good kid that he used to hold a beer in front of him while everyone else was drinking, and by the end of the party, I would dump it out because he never really liked it.
Okay. September of 2003, is that when he stopped making all the payments?
Yes, he didn't give me a payment at all that month. And that is when I kicked him out. The reason I kicked him out is for tough love.
Joe? Look at me, Joe.
Okay.
So your mom, who took care of you and your brother, because I gather your father wasn't much of a participant, who wanted to help you secure your future, are you telling me that your mother is lying to me in court when she says that you stopped making payments to her on the car?
Yes.
Tell me about it.
Well, she was right. I was giving her the payments, the $4 a week for the longest time, and once I didn't really quit school. I got thrown out of school. I missed too many days.
Why
like
did you
10
miss
days in 1 year.
Why did you miss so many days, Joe? Look at me. Don't look down.
I was working 2 jobs. It was just hard to get there sometimes.
So tell me about these new friends that you had that your mom didn't approve of.
I don't even know what that's really about, new friends.
Tell me about the marijuana she found in the house.
That wasn't mine.
Whose was it? Look at me. Don't look down. Look at me. Whose was it?
It was a friend of mine's.
What were you doing with it?
He asked me to hold it so his mom wouldn't find it, and then she found it.
Well, that's not a friend. A friend doesn't ask you to do something wrong so that his mom wouldn't find it and place you in a situation where your mother found it. That's not a friend. And that's not somebody who's very smart that'll do that. Joe.
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
I'm 20 years old. I still have to live perfectly to her rules. I can't do anything. I can't see anybody.
Joe, listen to me.
Yeah.
If you live in her house, she owns the air you breathe.
And later today,
she said that she would agree to talk to me, and then she started insulting me. And I said, I'm coming for my stuff right now. She said no, I could not have my stuff.
real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Paula Sharia says her son, Joe Hapka, needs to get his life together. She is suing for the return of a car and car payments.
Did you give her money last week?
No.
Did you give her money 4 weeks ago?
No.
So it's been some time since you gave her money. If you had to rent a car, you'd pay for it, right?
Well, I didn't trust her to give her the money because she's saying that, because I don't have my own book to send the payments in. She had her own book from the bank that she kept. That's why I gave her the money. She mailed in the payments. I kept doing that until I got a subpoena that I haven't been paying for.
So what you're telling me is you are prepared right now, if she gave you the book, listen to me, if she gave you the book, you're prepared to resume payments on the car. Is that right?
Yeah.
Can I see the book, please?
Sure.
Good.
Your Honor, he hasn't paid insurance since at least March. I got a paper stating that because he didn't pay insurance, his license is suspended. He's still driving. And this has been since March at least. He was in a car accident in March.
Is that right, Joe?
And they're suing him.
Since I got a letter saying that my license was suspended, that I haven't drove it since then. It's been parked at my brother's house.
Well, so you're telling me that you are going to make these payments even though you can't drive the car?
Well, it's just until I ran out. I didn't have money for insurance at the time, so that was, I had an insurance lapse.
Just a second. Why didn't you have money for insurance?
I just wasn't making enough.
Don't you think you ought to get rid of this car?
No. I need the car. I don't have any. I really don't have anything. She kicked me out. I'm living basically on the street in my car, and she wants to take my car.
Well, you didn't sleep in your car 2 nights ago. So.
No, I didn't, but there's been times.
So listen, if you had behaved yourself, she wouldn't have kicked you out?
I'm 20 years old. I still have to live perfectly to her rules. I can't do anything. I can't see anybody.
Joe, listen to me. You do not, sir. You don't have to listen to your mother. You don't have to abide by her rules. Only if you live in her house. If you live in her house, she owns the air you breathe. And she doesn't have to wait until you decide to come home, because she's going to be up at night wondering whether you're home safely or not. So you can't meander in at 5 o'clock in the morning. And you can't have friends over that she doesn't like. And you can't, listen to me,
right.
And you don't have a room. You don't have a room. She allows you to live in a room in her house. Evidently, whatever you were contributing to the household was not sufficient to balance the aggravation that your new lifestyle was posing for your mother. Shh. Step up. Tell me your name.
Richard Collado.
How do you know him?
Basically, I didn't graduate with his brother's brother. I didn't graduate, but I went to school with his brother, and his brother now lives with me.
You, I assume, believe that you have something to contribute to this case.
Yeah. I've seen him pay her twice.
When?
Once in September.
And once when?
And then a little in January.
Tell me about the time that you saw him give his mother money in January 2004.
Basically, she came over, I think, to see his brother, Frank, who was living with me. And I was sleeping on the couch. It was a Saturday or Sunday. I remember being woken up by her complaining that he was about, I think, $50, $60 short. Something that I considered significant to disturb my sleep over, but I remember being woken up because he was short on a car payment. So he didn't have the total payment, but he did pay her something.
You remember that discussion?
Your Honor, I have never seen this kid before in my life. I don't know who he is. I don't know if he is a friend of my other sons. I have never met him.
You may not have been sleeping on the couch. Do you remember going over to your son sometime in January of 2004 and having a discussion about a short car payment?
No. What I have done is I have complained on the phone at his job, and I have pleaded with his brother to try and get him to pay me something. I have been, my stomach has been in a knot. I've been crying, upset. I mean, and I haven't said you're $50 short. He's short the whole entire payment.
Judge Judy continues in a moment. And later today,
I was going to let him stay, but I just could not deal with that because, you know, the relationship was over. It was very hard to be there.
So you were happy that he left?
Yes, I was, because I could not take it anymore.
real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Paula Sharia says her son, Joe Hapka, needs to get his life together. She is suing for the return of a car and car payments.
Joe, according to you, it is your intention to pay this. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. Now, I do not believe that you have made your car payments, and one of the reasons I don't believe that you made your car payments is because you didn't even make your insurance payments on the car. So your mother made $1,200 worth of car payments for you over the last 8 months, and that you owe her. Now, I'm giving you back this book. This book is now your responsibility. I am telling you that it is now on the record that it is your intention to assume full responsibility for making those car payments this day forward. Do we understand each other?
Yes.
But since you have now stated to me that your intention is to make these payments yourself, if your mother has to make these payments for you, she has the right to pursue you civilly, garnish your wages, to recoup whatever money you don't pay on the car. Do I make myself clear?
Yes.
Good. Is that fair?
Yeah.
Perfect. Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $1,200, which represents the amount of payments that she's made on the car. You no longer have any responsibility between the two of you. He's taking over his own car payments. Unfortunately, I cannot direct that he return the car to you, nor can I give you all the money that you owe on the car, because before you co-sign for somebody, you have to think twice about doing that. He has now assumed full responsibility for the car. It's all yours, babe. Take care of it. That's all.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
He's driving without a license right now. I'm very concerned for his future. I wanted him to go to school. I wanted him to have a business.
She didn't want me to go anywhere. If I left the house late at night, where are you going? I mean, I'm 20 years old.
Maybe he looks at it as though I was controlling him, but When he gave me the payments I made for his car, at least I knew they were paid because that was our agreement when I co-signed.
I have my own car, I have my own life, my own job. You can't be telling me what to do this late. I mean, it's ridiculous.
I just hope that he wakes up and goes back to the way he used to be. He was very self-controlled. He had a goal, a mindset. He was a good kid.
And now the next case.
All parties in the matter of Armendariz versus Barrett. Step forward, please.
26-year-old retail clerk Lena Armendariz is suing her ex-boyfriend, 24-year-old waiter Ryan Barrett, for an unpaid loan for rent. Ryan is countersuing for his waterbed, rollerblades, and computer.
Miss Armendariz, Mr. Barrett and you lived together for a period of time. He was your boyfriend, and according to your complaint, he ran into some tough financial times, couldn't pay his rent for a few months, and you loaned him the money to pay his share of the rent.
That's right.
Out, and you want that money back. Mr. Barrett says this was not a loan. You were living together. You were a couple living together. You went into some hard times, and you just covered the rent until he moved out and found his own place. He is counterclaiming because he said at some point he decided he wanted to come back and get his property that he had left behind, and you told him that he couldn't until he paid the rent that he owed you. So he is counterclaiming for his waterbed, rollerblades, and a computer.
That's correct.
When did you move in?
We moved in together in March of 2003.
Did you have a lease?
We did have a lease, yes.
How long was the lease?
It wasn't a specific length of time.
Actually, there was, Your Honor, I have this right here, the lease copy. It's for, it has the date right over there, right there on there.
Could you show this to the defendant, please? Ask him if that's his signature.
Yes, it's my signature.
That's a lease.
Yes.
So you had a lease?
We had a lease.
The lease was for 1 year. When did you move out?
I moved out in September. Actually, October, rather.
She's not suing you for the rent during that time. When did you stop paying rent?
I stopped paying in the end of September. I didn't pay for October because I was not living there in October.
He was actually, Your Honor.
Just a second. When did you go back to get your property?
I tried to go back and get my property several times, and every time.
According to your answer, you say you went back in December.
The first time was not in December. The first time was in October, and then again in November.
Okay, in October, did you take any property with you?
I took some property, the stuff that I could fit inside of a small car.
Then you went back again in November.
Right.
What happened in November when you went back?
There was nobody there.
And then, according to you, you went back in December.
Right.
Did you tell her why you were coming back?
Yes.
And what did she say to you?
She said that she would agree to talk to me. And we went to talk. And then she started insulting me. So I left, and when I came back again, I called her again on the way back to the house, and I said, I'm coming for my stuff right now. She said no, I could not have my stuff.
You want to tell me why you moved out?
I moved out because we broke up, and she told me to get out.
Is that right?
That is right, but the thing what happened is I was going to let him stay there, you know, until he got himself together and got, you know, money and everything. But I just could not deal with that because, you know, I know it's not very relevant to it, but, you know, the relationship was over. It was very hard to be there.
So you were happy that he left?
Well, yes, I was, because I could not take it anymore. And he wanted to try to work it out, to try to, you know, make payments to me and everything.
I wanted my property back, honestly.
Just a minute. So
he did not say he wanted
Just a second. So when you discussed it, you discussed making payments. Is that right, sir?
I told her that I would.
Just answer my question. Stop tap dancing. I said, did you in fact tell her that you would make payments?
Yes.
Great. And what happened?
What happened? I tried to contact her to set up a time to make payments.
To make payments? To make payments. Had you come to an agreement on the amount?
I went ahead and I said yes to her amount.
Which was what amount, sir?
It was $900 at the time.
Why didn't that come to fruition?
That did not come to fruition because she wanted to go to a notary and have it done there. So I said, okay, fine. We'll go to a notary. And when I tried contacting her in order to set up a time and date to go, she said, no, I'm busy. I'm busy. I don't have time for this. And I waited for a response. Never got anything.
Okay. So you did agree to pay $900 in payments. Oh, That was a long time getting there. Now, you have his waterbed?
I have...
Just answer my question. You have his waterbed?
Yes, I still have the waterbed and the computer.
Good. And what about the rollerblades?
I never saw any rollerblades. He never told me he wanted the rollerblades. He just said the waterbed and the computer.
Now, when do you want to go and pick them up?
I'd be willing to go pick them up at any time.
Fine. 5 days from today, you can go in the company of a peace officer. I will prepare an order that you may pick up your waterbed and your computer. That takes care of your counterclaim.
That wasn't the only stuff on his counterclaim.
I didn't ask you a thing. It's the only thing that I see on his counterclaim. His waterbed and his computer. She does not have his rollerblades. And as far as the plaintiff's claim is concerned, the defendant finally acknowledges that he owed the plaintiff $900. He was in agreement to make payments on that amount to her. Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $900. Thank you very much.
Parties are excused. You may step out. Case number 150 on the calendar in the matter of Beasley versus Williams. Parties have been sworn in, Judge. You may be seated. Gentlemen, have seats, please.
Miss Beasley, you weren't there when this accident occurred with your car, is that right?
No.
Your daughter was driving your car or her boyfriend?
It's her car, and he was driving.
Okay. So you're here because you want to get some money for the damage to your car. Why don't you sit down for a moment, and I may ask you to come back. It's your car?
Yes.
How old are you?
16.
So your mother paid for the car?
No, I did.
You did?
Yes.
Good. How much did you pay for the car?
$2,200.
Where'd you get the money from?
I have a job.
And you allowed your boyfriend to drive the car?
I did.
Okay, and what date did this accident happen?
March 13th.
What kind of car was it?
A Grand Am.
Did you have insurance?
Yes.
Did you have collision insurance?
I have minimum coverage.
Okay, so who's going to speak for the two of you?
I am.
You were in the passenger seat. Tell me what happened.
We were driving down Troy Street, and as we were driving, we noticed that we had a problem earlier in the evening.
With whom?
Ron.
You know him?
Well, we didn't.
What drew you to his attention if you hadn't seen him before?
He was drag racing with other cars.
Your Honor, that's not true.
We noticed that he was racing other cars, and we thought it was funny, so at the next light we took off, and I guess he was threatened that our car took off faster than his. And once we passed through a light, but he got stuck at the red light, so we went downtown, and we didn't see him downtown after that until we were leaving.
So tell me about it when you saw him again that evening.
He was at a red light when we saw him, and we were approaching the red light. As we were approaching, the light turned green, and we went on through the light, and then he took off, and later down the road, he caught up with us, and he swerved at the car. We realized it was getting...
Your Honor,
I don't want to hear you yet. You'll have a chance.
Yes, ma'am.
Go ahead. We realized that it was getting a little too out of control, so we decided that we would go home. And as we were heading home, we realized that he continued to follow us.
Now, Miss Beasley, was your boyfriend driving in a way that your mother wouldn't approve of?
At the beginning of the night, yes.
It's a good thing you said that. Now, did you tell your mother before today that your boyfriend was driving your car in an inappropriate manner?
Yes, ma'am.
Good. Is that right? So that now, after you were playing around with him, I don't know what you were doing, you decided that you had enough and you were going home.
Yes.
What happened?
Well, we were driving down Troy, and we turned our left-hand turn signal on to turn onto...
Which are you? Are you pink or green?
We're the pink.
You're making a left-hand turn from the wrong lane.
No, it's a two-way road.
Oh, it's a two-way road?
Yes.
So what you're telling me is he came around and he was going the wrong way on that lane? Is that what you're telling me?
No, he was driving behind us, and as we went to make a left-hand turn, he tried to pass us.
Okay, now let me look at yours. Quite frankly, I'm looking at yours, and you're going to have to explain that to me. She's the pink car, is that
yes.
right?
I'm the green car. I was behind them.
Right.
And they put their left turn signal on under the overpass, and then they got onto the shoulder of the road to make that left-hand turn because they didn't slow down.
Yes.
He had his left turn signal on. I went to pass, and then he cut across.
Was he drunk?
I couldn't tell you.
Was he cited for being drunk, Mr. Williams?
I couldn't tell you, Your Honor.
Mr. Williams, somebody would have to be either drunk or psychotic for me to attribute the kind of behavior that you have attributed to him, sir. Were you drag racing that night?
No, Your Honor.
I don't believe you.
My mother was sick with bronchitis. I was running to the 24-hour pharmacy for her. I was on my way back home from the downtown area.
Where's your mother?
She's at home.
What time did you go out to the pharmacy for your mother?
8:45, 9 o'clock at night.
And how far is the pharmacy from your house?
A good 15-minute drive.
And what time was this accident? What time was the accident?
Around 10:30 or 11 o'clock at night.
It was around about that time.
Well, what were you doing, sir, between 8:45 and 9 o'clock and 10:30? It's an hour and a half. How far is the pharmacy from your house?
Good 15 minutes, 20.
That's what you just told me.
Right.
So what were you doing out at 10:30 at night?
We went to the pharmacy. They said that her prescription wasn't ready. We started heading back, and then that's me and my witness, Richard.
Yes.
We started heading back, and then that's when we seen them on our way back on 31. We stopped at a stoplight. They pulled up. He threw the car in neutral, was revving it up. They were laughing. They thought it was funny. We started driving. He's hitting the gas and the brakes, trying to get me to race him. I rolled down. I had spud rolled down the window, and I told them that I'm not wasting my time on it. So we continued on down the road.
Mr. Williams, this happened at 10:30, an hour and a half later.
Right.
Why didn't you go home and say to your mother, the prescription wasn't ready, so instead of waiting, I came home? That would have brought you home at 9:15.
I don't even know what time. I don't even know if it happened about 10:30. Nobody had a watch or anything. I'm not sure exactly what time it happened, so we're just going on
Well, you're not sure, but they
it was that time because when the accident occurred, I called my mom and I did look at the cell phone to see what time it was.
Well, you're not sure, so she's sure. So if you're not sure, she's sure.
That's like taking their word, saying I was racing, and then me not saying
No. I didn't say anything about racing, Mr. Williams.
Okay.
I said to you, if your mother has bronchitis and you're going to the drugstore for her at 8:45 and the drugstore is 15 minutes away, I don't know what you'd be doing out at 10:30 at night without the prescription.
Waiting for it to get done.
Nah.
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
He wasn't driving crazy, so we wouldn't be here.
I want to explain something to you. You should be driving sufficiently behind him so that you don't hit his car. Do I make myself clear, or do you want me to explain it to you again?
Sure.
Good.
And later day.
I went for an overnight trip. I'm there a week. My mother has to come stay with my son. I'm lucky I had a job when I came back. He's the snowmobiler, not me. This
job's I'm speaking.
Real cases, real people. Judge Judy. 16-year-old Jennifer Beasley says 18-year-old Ronald Williams owes for crashing into the side of her Pontiac Grand Am. Ronald says the driver, Jennifer's boyfriend, was trying to race him.
Why didn't your insurance company cover this damage?
Because the car was insured for my mother and not for myself.
That's not true.
Shh. So is what you're telling me you're not supposed to be driving that car?
Yes, Your Honor.
So if you're not supposed to be driving the car, Mr. Williams, why were you driving it?
She gave me permission to run to the pharmacy for her.
Listen, if your mother wanted to insure you, it would probably increase her premiums on the car, which is why she chooses not to insure you, which is why she indicates to her insurance company that you will not be driving the car. Right?
Yes, Your Honor.
I wasn't there, so I don't know whose fault it is. All I know is one thing. If you hadn't done the wrong thing by getting behind the wheel of a car that you knew you had no right to get behind, we wouldn't be standing here today because your insurance would have paid for it.
I also believe that if he wasn't driving I don't know, if he wasn't driving crazy, so we wouldn't be here
I want to explain something to you. If you're driving right behind him, you should be driving sufficiently behind him so that you don't hit his car. And if he pulls off to the side of the road, you should be driving slowly enough. Slowly, because you said you saw him before and he was trying to drag race you before. Is that what you told me, Mr. Williams? Is that what you told me?
Yes, that's what I told you.
Then if that's what you told me, and if you wanted to avoid a problem, then you're not driving up his behind so that you can't stop your car if he goes off to the shoulder and then makes a quick left turn, which I don't believe. Do I make myself clear?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do I make myself clear, or do you want me to explain it to you again? Clear?
Yes, Your Honor.
Good. How much did it cost you to fix the car?
We haven't fixed it yet. We have estimates.
Can I see them, please? Miss Beasley, you'd step up now, because I don't want to hear from him, because
We also have a letter
I
that
have others.
said that the car wasn't insured at all at the time of the accident.
Car wasn't insured at all?
Yes.
How could you be driving a car that's not insured at all?
That's funny because the insurance company sent us a check in the mail because they dropped all the cars and we had to get more insurance on the cars from another company. So the car was insured.
Our letter is from his insurance company.
I have photos also, Your Honor.
Can I see the photos? Sure.
Thank you. That's it? You don't want to see these?
Yeah, they're right.
Okay.
Thank you.
No, there was no policy in force on the date of this accident, and the policy has been rescinded. And I have photographs which clearly indicate that you hit them on the driver's side door. Mr. Williams, you got to do the right thing, sir. If you don't do the right thing, you end up on the short end of the stick, sir. And if you have no insurance, or if the car had insurance but you weren't supposed to be driving, then you shouldn't have been driving. And you weren't so worried about your mother because you went out at 8:45 and you were still trolling around at 10:30 without the prescription. So, judgment for the plaintiff for the amount of $1,602. That's all. Thank you.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
Thank you. He rolled the window down and tried to talk to us, and we rolled our window up.
They're hitting the gas, trying to get me to race, roll down their window, and I was like, I'm not wasting my time with you, so.
He's just saying stuff about how he needed to go home and get a different car that was faster.
I feel I have no responsibility. Her boyfriend was driving recklessly, and that's what they get.
I learned my lesson that I'm going to be the only one driving my car.
And now the next case.
All parties in the matter of Lesser versus Kaufman. Step forward, please.
Commercial Vehicle Inspector Landis Lesser is suing her ex-boyfriend, contractor Chip Kaufman, for the cost of a helicopter rescue during a snowmobile trip.
Miss Lesser, Mr. Kaufman was your boyfriend, and according to what I read, uncross your arms, sir. According to what I read, you and the defendant decided to go on a snowmobiling vacation, an overnight, last December. You did that, and when you got to around where the campsite was, where you were supposed to spend the night, there was a blizzard, and you got snowed in. You called for a helicopter to rescue you. Helicopter came ultimately and rescued you. You want Mr. Kaufman to pay for the helicopter bill. Mr. Kaufman says he owes you nothing. You decided to call for a helicopter. You called. It just happened to be a helicopter that was being piloted by an ex-boyfriend of yours. He didn't ask you to call for a helicopter. He was just as happy to wait there until the situation resolved itself. You wanted to get out, pay for it, right?
Yes.
If I'm wrong, tell me.
That was it.
On what date in December did you decide to take this snowmobiling excursion?
That would have been on December 26th. Chip had brought up the fact that he wanted to go on this snowmobile trip.
Chip.
And that he was going to call, actually the people in Deadwood are friends of his.
I don't care. You went on the 26th.
Okay, we went on the 27th.
Fine.
He brought it up
27.
Yes.
Okay. And how far did you go?
We rode in 25 miles.
When did it start to snow?
That evening after we got into our cabin and went to bed. When I woke up the next morning, there was a lot of snow. The day that we went in, there was no snow.
Had you called to check on the weather?
No, ma'am.
Why not?
I'm not a snowmobiler. He owns the snowmobiles. He planned this trip. He's like, hey, let's go in.
How old are you?
I am 39 years old.
Miss Lesser, if you're going on a snowmobile trip, in what state is this?
Idaho. I have never been
Idaho.
on a trip.
And it snows a lot in Idaho?
Not like this. I have never seen snow like this.
So what happened on the 28th?
On the 28th, I woke up and I said, Chip, it snowed a lot. He laid in bed. I would say another 45 minutes. He got up and he's like, oh no, it was incredible the amount of snow that they got in that area overnight.
When you slept in the cabin, was there a fire?
Yes.
So you were warm?
Yes.
And did you have food?
Yes, at the lodge they had food.
Good, fine. And when did you finally call for this helicopter?
The date would have been Friday the 2nd of January, 2004.
Okay. And from the 28th when you were there, did you sleep in the cabin?
Yes.
And you had food in the lodge?
Yes.
So there was no emergency?
Correct.
So what made you call the helicopter?
Because it kept snowing and snowing. Chip had a friend, Jeff, that is a hotshot snowmobile rider that they ride together, and he could not make it in to rescue us. The groomer was broke down.
But you were safe in the cabin.
But we've missed a week of work, ma'am, and I have a 15-year-old son.
Well, you both missed a week of work, and so you had to get home for your son. Now, what happened when you said you wanted to call this helicopter? What did Mr. Kaufman say?
We had discussed it after these parties tried to rescue us, and we had both agreed that we would dispatch the helicopter.
And how much was the helicopter?
$1,710.
Okay. And why do you think that he should pay this whole amount, Ms. Lesser?
I went for an overnight trip. I'm there a week. I miss a week of work. My mother has to come stay with my son.
So?
I'm lucky I had a job when I came back.
So?
He's the snowmobiler, not me. He owns the snowmobiles. He knew the people. This was all his idea. I was along for the ride. We had been having trouble. We went through the holiday season, got along pretty good. He wanted to do this.
Gotcha.
I went with him
now,
because
so I
he wanted
understand
to
that
do
that's
this.
your rationale. Now, Mr. Kaufman, you're going to explain to me, sir, why you shouldn't be responsible for this airlift.
Well, because Miss Lesser and I didn't discuss the agreement on this helicopter deal. It was all her idea.
How much money did you give her, sir?
I gave her $350 so far.
You said $250.
No, I said $350.
Did you? Maybe I read it wrong.
Maybe
He's
I read it
only
wrong.
paid $250.
$350, Your Honor.
Yes, you said you gave her $350 in cash. Can you prove it to me that you gave her $350 instead of $250?
Other than what I documented for my first payment was just approximately the end of March. And
How much did you give her?
$250 there.
Yeah.
And then on April 9th, another $100. And then and then that was it.
And when did he give you according to you, $250?
I have a calendaring of every time that I have talked to Chip. This started, I have certified letters.
You're bothering me.
Okay.
You're annoying me.
All right. I talked to him on March 28th.
Ms. Lesser.
He paid me on the 17th of April $250, which I went out to his work and picked up because he has a problem.
Fine. Now you answered my question.
Okay.
Okay. You may have been a guest on the job.
man-
I'm speaking. You may have been a guest on the trip. However, you have the same ability that he does to call and check on the weather for the trip.
Yes, ma'am.
You didn't do that. The two of you chose, according to you, to get out because you had been out of work for a week, plus the fact that you had a 15-year-old son who required care. And it would seem to me that this was an unanticipated expense. So irrespective of the fact that you were a guest and there was a trip on him, this was an unanticipated cost. It would seem to me that I agree with you that you both discussed being airlifted out of there because you had been there already almost a week longer than you anticipated, and that it's a cost that should be borne between the two of you. So half the cost for him after he's paid his $250 is $725. I'm entering a judgment accordingly. Thank you.
Yeah, it's case number 308 on the calendar in the matter of due versus due. Parties have been sworn in. You may be seated, ladies.
Mr. Dew, this is your former wife and this is your mother, is that right?
Yes, ma'am.
And according to the complaint that I read, you were in an automobile accident?
A dirt bike accident last year.
Dirt bike.
Yeah.
And you were severely injured.
Yeah.
After you were injured, you went to live in your mother's home.
Yeah.
How old are you?
Now I'm 21 now.
It is your complaint and your father's complaint that your mother received certain government disability checks for you.
Yes.
And it is your complaint and your father's complaint that she didn't use those checks for your benefit.
No, she didn't.
So you want the money back from her.
Yes, I do.
When did you go to live with your mother?
In December, when I came from the hospital.
December 1st.
December 1st.
And where had you been living before that?
With my dad.
After the hospital, why didn't you go back to your father?
My dad works a lot, and I needed constant care, so I couldn't stand up and walk yet. So
you needed somebody to take care of you?
yeah, because I couldn't go back. I wear a diaper because I couldn't walk, stand up to go to the bathroom.
So you needed somebody to take
Yeah.
full-time care of you?
I need a contractor here. I need a 24-hour caregiver every day.
And when did you leave your mother's house?
And like June 8th or June 10th.
So you stayed with your mother for 6 months?
Yeah.
Mrs. Dew, when did you start receiving checks for your son?
November, we received a $50 check.
While he was in the hospital, Social Security doesn't give you but $50.
And when was the next check that you got?
In December.
In what amount?
$1,500.
Who was taking care of him in December?
I was, 24 hours a day.
Did you have any nursing care for him?
No, I took time off of work.
These your two daughters?
Yes.
Do they live at home with you?
Yes.
These are your sisters?
Yes.
Did they also help take care of you?
A little bit, yes. Just a little bit, though.
And what about in January?
I took care of him until I returned back to work with January 7th, and then I paid a babysitter to come in.
And how much did you pay her?
$200 a week.
Okay. And how long did that last?
Till the middle of April, when he started becoming violent. She just said she couldn't do it anymore.
What did you do in April?
Well, she stayed with me until actually the 1st of May, but in April she had told me she couldn't do it anymore.
Yes.
Can we stand up?
Yeah.
I was in high school with my senior year, and I was taking time out of school to take care of him because he'd call me at school and have me come home.
This was in April?
All through December. Throughout the whole time, I would leave school, and my counselor said you can call him and he'll tell you.
It started when that you
In
were going
December, I was getting phone calls during my classes and having to leave my classes to help my mom go take care of him, or going and getting her diapers because she had ran out of diapers and she couldn't leave him at home by himself.
Okay. What did you do in May?
By May, he was doing pretty well. He could stay 4 hours, that he would be by himself. But aside from that, somebody else would be with him. Either I could be with him or my daughters would be with him.
Okay. Now, you got $1,500 a month in December. Did that amount remain the same until he left?
No. That was the only big check that I got. After that, I received $756 a month.
$756 a month?
Right, for January. And then in February, we started receiving $856 a month.
Okay. And did that continue?
And we got that until May 1st. May 1st, we didn't get a check.
Did you get a check for May eventually?
No. In May is when we were cut off. They sent us a check for $139 and said that I had not filled out some paperwork correctly. We had been battling between disability and Social Security from the time that I signed him up, because apparently in the state of California, you're supposed to exhaust disability before you get Social Security.
Okay.
I would have no way of knowing that. I'd never been through this before.
All right. Now, Mr. Dew,
Yes.
Why don't you sit down?
Yes, ma'am.
What do you think your former wife owes you?
It's not what she owes me, it's what she owes him.
What do you think she owes him?
I think she owes him $4,899.86.
Based on what?
Because she drew Social Security and disability at the same time. Do you want it? And he has hospital bills that were never paid.
She can't pay the hospital bills out of what they sent her?
What do you mean?
What do you mean? What do I mean? If she's receiving $856 a month for the month of February, and in January she received $756 a month, that doesn't cover the expenses for your son, sir. That's not supposed... I'm speaking. That's not supposed to cover his hospital bills. That's supposed to cover his care.
Okay, I understand that. She collected the $800.56 at the same time collecting disability at the same time for the same months. She collected Social Security.
Just a second. Your former wife says that in the month of December she received the check for $1,500 for the month of December. The month of January she received $756. In the month of February she received $856, and according to her, she then received the same $856 for March and April, $856. Do you have any information to the contrary, Mr.
Yes.
Dew?
Disability.
Sure. Tell me what she received for him, according to your records. Tell me what she received in December.
In December, she received $666 from 12/15 to 12/28.
No, the whole month of December, she says she got $1,500. You have any information to the contrary?
That's the two added together. He gets paid every 2 weeks.
That's what I'm saying. She received $1,500 in December.
In December. Plus she received from Social Security $836.
In the month of December?
In the month of December.
Oh, let me see.
There you go.
Your Honor, I never received disability, ever. I never got a check from disability, only Social Security.
Just a second.
Those are payouts.
Hold on a second.
Show me the check.
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
How many times did you go over there a day to take care of him? How many times did you do that? Not once.
Never.
I guarantee you, not once.
And later today.
How many bills did she pay for you?
About $800 worth.
Well, both you and your wife work. Why would you allow anybody to pay bills for you?
Shane Dew says ex-wife Michael Dew owes for the return of disability money meant for their son.
When did he come to live with you?
December 1st.
Of 06.
Of 06.
Just a second. Mr. Dew, according to this letter, that your state disability of $1,332 beginning October of 2006,
That's right.
when your son says he was living with you, caused you to be overpaid by SSI.
No, ma'am. He was in a hospital.
Oh, listen to me.
I know.
Listen to me. Just listen to me carefully, sir.
Okay.
According to your son, he lived with you until he went home with his mother. His mother says, I never got a check for $1,332.
No, never.
That's what his mother says. Now, if he lived with you, which is what he says, there was no reason for, in October, them to send any check to her at her address.
Okay.
So unless, listen to me carefully, Mr. Dew, unless you have a canceled check by her with her endorsement from October, you don't ascribe that to her. He didn't live with her in October. He lived with you.
Excuse me. Can I say something now?
Sure.
In October, he was in a hospital. He was in a hospital
Listen
for
to
3
me.
months.
You're not following me, sir. When he entered the hospital, whose address did he give when you signed him into the hospital?
I didn't sign him in. I went to the hospital, but he did live with me.
Then your address would be on there when he went to the hospital in September. So any check that he would be getting would automatically not go to his mother's address in October, because that's an October overpayment.
Right.
It would go to someplace else.
Right.
I'm not ascribing that to you, but it certainly didn't go to her.
Right.
Certainly, no question. And unless, Mr. Dew, unless you have a canceled check with his mother's name on it, having received this money in October, you can't claim that she got it.
Judge, how am I supposed to have a canceled check? She filled out his disability
You get
form.
it from Social Security, sir.
I went to Social Security.
You get the canceled check from Social Security.
They wouldn't give me the canceled check.
Well, that's not my problem.
Okay.
What I find absolutely outrageous, quite frankly, Mr. Dew, on your part, and I see that your son may be a little challenged, is that when your son was released from the hospital, and clearly he still suffers the effects of his accident.
Yes, Your Honor.
There's no question he was an infant when he went home. Your former wife and his mother and his 2 sisters took care of him, ministered to him, changed his diapers,
Yes, ma'am.
fed him, took care of him, got babysitters to take care of him, gave up their life for 6 months when he was totally incapacitated, and you have, the fact that your son may be challenged is something that should not be visited on your ex-wife or your 2 daughters. These are your daughters, aren't they?
Yes, ma'am, they are.
They shouldn't be visited on your ex-wife or your 2 daughters. Put your hand down. Should not be. So if your son has a problem, what you should try to do is speak to him, because $856 a month doesn't cover the responsibility that they undertook for your son, who was not a minor anymore. She took him in because she loved him. She gave up her job for a month. She rearranged children's work schedules so that he would be covered at all times. How many times did you go over there a day to take care of him?
I went over there.
How many times a day? Shh. How many times a day, Mr. Dew, did you go over and say to your ex-wife, listen, I'm going to spell you for a weekend. I'm going to come over and stay with him for the weekend so that you and the girls can go away, because 6 months is a long time. How many times did you do that?
I was going over there every night. I did take him to my house. He will tell you
I
himself.
asked you a question. How many times did you say to your ex-wife and your daughters who were involved in his ongoing care for 6 months, listen, it's a real challenge for you. I'm going to come over so that all of you can take a couple of days, and I'm going to take care of him. And I'm asking you, sir, how many times did you do that? Not once.
Never.
I guarantee you, not once.
Not once.
Did you do that? Did you go over and say to your wife and your 2 daughters who are standing right here, you go away for the weekend, I'm going to take charge. Not go over for a visit.
Nope. Never.
So then you have the audacity to sue her and claim that she neglected him. That's outrageous. Put your hand down, sir. Put your hand down. He may be challenged, but you're not. Your case is dismissed. That's all.
Thank you, Your Honor.
That is our excuse. You may step out.
What happened to my son is very unfortunate.
He can't understand for himself. He doesn't think for himself.
And it took its toll on our family.
He just knows what everybody tells him.
I changed my whole life for him.
It just hurts to know that he can't know better.
And took care of him and did what a mom should do.
And now the next case.
All parties in the matter, Carrington versus Coelho. Step forward, please.
25-year-old Dina Carrington is suing her former friends, Jennifer and Daniel Coelho, for an unpaid loan to pay their bills. The defendants claim Dina insisted they take the money.
How old are you, Mr. Coelho?
26.
And you?
25.
How long have you been married?
2 years.
You have children?
No, ma'am.
You work?
Yes, ma'am.
For whom?
Allen Properties.
What do you do?
I'm a admin assistant.
How long have you worked for them?
8 months now.
Before that, where did you work?
ST Pacific.
And what about you, Mr. Coelho?
I work at House of Batteries.
What do you do?
I'm a shipping and receiving clerk.
How long have you worked there?
3 years.
How do you know the plaintiff?
I was a co-worker / friends with their husband.
And he passed away when?
January 5th, 2007.
Of what?
Heart failure.
Do you know? What did he pass away from?
I'd prefer not to discuss it. Okay. Thank you.
And according to you, Miss Carrington, when he passed away, you continued the friendship with the defendants. And according to you, made a loan to them.
Yes, I did.
Because they came into some financially troublesome times.
That's true.
Asked you to sort of help them out in creating a budget for them.
Correct.
And they had gotten behind in some bills. You made a loan to them. You were friends.
Correct.
They didn't pay you back.
Correct.
The Coelhos say that you made these payments on your own. There was never an agreement to pay you back for these bills that you paid for them because it was a gift.
That's incorrect.
How many bills did she pay for you?
About $800 worth, approximately.
Well, both you and your wife work. Why would you allow anybody to pay bills for you?
It wasn't supposed to be paid. The whole agreement was that we were going to make a budget. So then we gave usernames and passwords so she could go online and check balances to our existing accounts.
Why did you need Miss Carrington to help you make a budget?
She works at a bank. I figured that she, if anybody, should be able to make a budget better than most people. So we asked her to help us make a budget.
Well, did she help you make a budget?
No.
No.
That's incorrect.
Did she help you make a budget? A budget
No,
is
ma'am.
not going online and looking to see where you're spending money. Budget is you sat around the table, you said, this is what I earn. What did you tell her you earned?
She never asked us.
Well, that's not making a budget. Budget, you start with, what do I have to spend? And then you say, what do I need to spend it on? That's making a budget. That's simplistic. So the first question, if somebody was making a budget for you, you would have ascertained how much you earn, because that would set the parameters of your budget. Doesn't that sound logical to you?
Yes, ma'am.
Go ahead.
So I gave her usernames and passwords so she could go online and check out the balances on the existing accounts, you know, to give some kind of direction here. In the meantime, I was outside smoking periodically, doing things around the house. So was Jennifer, if I'm not mistaken. When it was all said and done, then she decided to tell us that instead of getting the balances, she just decided to pay them. Pay approximately $800 worth of bills.
And what did you say to her?
We asked her several times, how does she want to be repaid? And she said, don't worry about it. She doesn't want to be repaid. Just as long as we get financially caught up, that's what matters. She doesn't want to be repaid.
That's incorrect. We actually did make a budget. They have the grid on the computer with their monthly bills, their income, and I told them exactly what bills to pay with what paychecks, and I did it all the way for the next month in advance. And Daniel had actually gone to sleep and wasn't in the room, and Jennifer was sitting next to me the entire time we were doing it. So she wasn't not there. She was there the entire time, and she started crying and said that she didn't know how to pay me back, and I told her not to worry about it right now, that they can pay me when they get their settlement from their lawsuit. She said that she would, and then when the conversation continued to go.
Got it. What lawsuit did you have?
My husband was hit by a car walking across the street.
Was that lawsuit settled?
No, ma'am.
What stage is it in?
It's undetermined right now.
When was it that you were hit by a car?
February 28th of 2006.
Were you hospitalized?
Briefly.
How briefly?
1 day.
So you agreed to wait, Miss Carrington, until they got their money from their settlement?
That's correct.
They didn't get money from a settlement?
No, they didn't, but they also stopped talking to me for over a month.
Well, that may be, Miss Carrington, but let me explain the contract, that if I believe you, and I tend to believe you, because I tend to believe people who are good-natured as opposed to people who can't get themselves arrested. You made an agreement with them that you would cover these bills and that they could pay you back, and the condition of paying you back was them getting a settlement.
Correct.
What is the name of your attorney?
John.
Spell the last name. Fine. What's his phone number?
Area code 213-6.
We will prepare an order, Mr. Coelho, directed to your attorney that should this matter either be resolved by way of a judgment or settlement, the first $800 after he takes his fee goes to the plaintiff, right? Perfect. Do you understand that was your contract?
I do, ma'am.
That was your contract. You are absolutely entitled to your money back if this lawsuit settles. So I will prepare that order. Okay. And I will sign it, give you a copy. You could give it to Mr., if that is in fact his name. Okay. And Mr. will have to advise you or me when this matter settles. Okay. Because the first $800 is yours. Okay. Thank you very much. What?
Just out of curiosity, the whole settlement thing never got brought up.
I believe it did. I believe you were sleeping. And I believe your wife didn't say anything to you.
Okay, that's fine.
So?
That's fine, but it never got brought up. That's what I'm telling you.
What do you mean
it got brought up after the fact, ma'am, before we came here?
She was asked several times how we should pay her back, and all those several times she said that she didn't want to be paid back.
Mr. Coelho, let me ask you, do you think you're invoking any sympathy with me? These were your bills.
Well, she never asked us to pay them.
These were your bills. Your bills.
I never asked for the money.
These were your bills.
Understand.
One way or another, those bills, I assume, unless you're deadbeats, and both of you work, so I assume you're not deadbeats, we're going to pay your bills. You're not out any money that you wouldn't be out anyway. Those were your responsibilities to take care of.
Right.
Do you understand? Stop sniveling. Now, has the lawsuit been settled?
No.
Good. And that's the order. Thank you very much. That's all.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
You should have known.
On the calendar, the matter of Cyrus versus Riddick.
Thank you.
You're welcome, Judge. Parties have been sworn in. You may be seated. Have a seat, please.
Miss Cyrus, he used to be your boyfriend. He's not your boyfriend anymore. He's a boyfriend with whom you made a baby.
Yes.
And you claim, in addition to being an ex-boyfriend, he also is a debtor, that he owes you for 2 loans.
Yes.
Mr. Riddick says he doesn't owe you for anything.
Mm-hmm.
How old's your baby?
She will be 4 in May.
Did you and Mr. Riddick ever live together?
Yes, we did.
From when to when?
Probably from the beginning of 2002 until he went to college in 2004.
Okay, tell me about the first loan.
The first loan, he went away to college after we had our child, and about 9 months later, around April, he contacted me about coming back home. He didn't want to purchase a plane ticket. He found a car out there that he liked. And I let him know, like, why don't you just come back first, and maybe we can look for a car for you out here and do it better out here. What if the car breaks down on your way back? He said, no, it's a car he really likes, and he wants to fix it up. And plus, it will be cheaper, and he can help me with the baby by picking her up from daycare and so on and so on. If we had 2 vehicles, it would be better.
Were you working at the time?
Yes.
Were you living independently?
I was living with my mother at the time.
So, go ahead.
I explained to him the interest rate on it, because I don't have that kind of cash. The interest rate on the card that I can put it on is like 19%, which is a ridiculous interest rate to even pay that much money on. And I was like, and I still want to buy a house within a couple years. You know, if I do let you borrow it, it needs to be paid off. Yeah. So I finally let him borrow the money.
How much?
$3,600.
And you took that off credit card?
Yes, ma'am.
Did he make the payments?
When he came back, he made a couple payments, random payments between September 2005 and July of 2006.
How many payments did he make?
He only made a total of 5.
And in what amount?
One was an amount 75, 30, 142, 117, and $40. A total of 404.
That's odd numbers. Why?
I took what I could at the time.
What do you mean you took what you could?
Well, because he doesn't keep a job that long, so whenever he was working and not going to school, he would give me money. So when he
Were you living together?
No, when he came back from college, we were not living together. He had another girlfriend. We've been not together. We've been back and forth. Like.
But when he came back, he had another girlfriend, and you had given him money for a car?
I gave him money before he came back from college.
And after he came back, he found a new girlfriend?
About a few months later, yes, he did. Well, he was talking to her. I found out now while he was away at college. So.
Is that right, sir?
No, ma'am.
You didn't have a new girlfriend after you came home?
No, ma'am. It took a while afterwards.
How long afterwards?
It was about 6 months till when we came to the realization.
Fine. So 6 months later, you now had a new girlfriend, and you had a car that she had paid for.
The car was stolen.
I don't care if it was stolen. What difference does it make if it was stolen or not?
Doesn't make a difference.
Who do you think's going to pay for the car?
It was a mutual agreement we had for our family.
You had no family.
At the time we were trying to work out our relationship.
That doesn't mean you have a family.
Hell not.
It's not a family. You're living in your house. She's living in her house. You just happen to have a baby. That's not a family.
Okay.
That's not even old-fashioned, but that's not a family. It's only a family if it's convenient for your mind. It's a family. Now, you're driving this car. Did you have insurance?
Yes, ma'am.
Why didn't your insurance pay for the car?
Because the insurance paid $325 for the car.
Yes, and?
Yes, and?
What did you do with the $325?
I put it towards a down payment to get another car. As the story was told, when I was in school, it would have cost more money to ship all my things back from school.
Who cares?
To home.
Who cares? To whose home did you ship your things? To whose home did you ship
When
the
I first
things?
got back,
No,
I
no.
was at Amber's home.
Listen to my statement very carefully, Mr. Riddick. When you were going to ship the things, where were you shipping them to?
You misunderstood what I said.
No.
It would have cost more money for me to
I
catch a
understand
plane,
exactly what you're saying.
and ship my things back home.
Where were you going? To whose home were you going to ship the
Amber
things?
May Cyrus's home.
With her mother?
No.
That's where I stayed at before.
Did you come back there after you purchased this car and stay there with her when you came back?
When I first came back, yes.
For
Afterwards,
how,
I
just,
left.
just a second. For how long did you stay in her mother's house, sir, when you first came back?
About a week.
All right. And then where did you go?
To my mother's house.
That's better. Now, and when you went back to your mother's house, did you take all your stuff with you?
Majority of it, yes.
Yeah. Right. Okay. What's the payoff on the car?
The payoff on the card, I don't have today's payoff. Because due to him not paying child support and stuff, I had to charge my own charges on this card. I only added up the interest that would have accrued for his purchase, because I did use the card.
How do you expect me to figure that out?
I just times the interest by the 2 years that it's been that he owed me.
I can't do that.
How
much was the whole car? Listen, you're
The
going
whole
to
car
complicate
was-
my life. I don't disentangle people's problems.
The
Do you
whole car was
understand? That's not
$3,600.
my job. The car was $3,600 and he paid $404. Is that
Yes,
right?
ma'am.
$3,196. And when did you make your last payment on the car, sir?
I've never made a payment on the car.
She says you gave her $404.
That money that was given was to take care of my child before I was put on child support.
Have you been paying your child support
Yes,
regularly?
ma'am. I have my documents.
Have you been paying your child support regularly?
Yes.
Then can you explain to me why they, according to her at least, they repossessed your truck?
They never repossessed my truck.
Really? For child support?
No.
They take your taxes for back child support?
That's because I was put on, then took off.
Did
so
they
the amount,
take your taxes to pay off child support?
Yes, they did.
Okay, and how much did they take?
$930.
Did you contest that amount, sir?
No, I didn't contest the amount.
Then you must have agreed that you owed $930 in child support.
We had already went to court for the child support, and that's what they told me I had to pay from the day she filed until the current day we went to the
Right.
mediator. So that is what I was owed in child support. It
Correct.
wasn't back payment as if I wasn't working or anything.
No, it was if you weren't paying anything, sir.
Yeah.
Let's say this. Let's say they made an order for you September 1st to pay $100 a month, and you hadn't paid child support since January 1st. So they would say, well, if you paid $100 a month going back till January, then you don't owe anything. But if you hadn't been paying any child support, then they're going to say from the date of filing, this is what you owe. Now, had you been paying her child support?
I wasn't paying her directly child support, no.
Well, who were you paying it to?
I was taking care of Kimara.
And how were you doing that?
By supporting her. I had my daughter 3 days a week and taking her to and from daycare.
Who was paying for the daycare?
We were both paying for daycare.
Were you?
Yes, ma'am.
Is that right?
In the court order, it was, but not before that. When he was away at college, every time after, until I filed, I was paying the full amount of daycare. That's why I filed for support, because he wasn't helping.
As stated by Amber Cyrus, the original reason she filed for child support was jealousy, in that she wasn't getting her money on the 1st, and she needed it on the 1st. I was giving it to her when I got paid on the 10th. I got paid on the 10th and the last day of the month, and she couldn't wait 10 days to get that money.
My daughter would be out of daycare if I waited 10 days to pay daycare.
But as she stated, she was already paying it, so 10 more days could not have hurt her pockets that much, ma'am.
Maybe, but she likes the idea of getting it through the court, and I don't blame her, because that has nothing to do with old girlfriend, new girlfriend, or, of course, old car loan that gets stolen.
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
You'd let him take money out of your daughter's savings account that you put money away for
Yes,
her
ma'am.
future so that he could make a truck payment. That's your stupidity.
And later today,
You went over a median in the parking lot and you damaged the car. Who do you think should pay for that?
Not me, I'm not responsible for it.
Why? Did the island move while you were driving?
real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Amber Cyrus says the father of her child, William Riddick, owes for a car she bought with her credit card. Amber also claims William took money from their 4-year-old daughter's bank account.
You also took money from your daughter's savings account.
Yes, ma'am.
Why?
My great-grandmother passed, and I was awarded to go to her funeral. The day of, I got called into work to open the branch because they had a meeting. I was a bank teller, and they were supposed to let me off at 10. The meeting went till 12. When they came back, I just counted my tail out and left. And then I came back. They put me on administrative leave for just walking out. So from there, I got fired. From then, my savings account went to zero, and I needed money to pay my car loan.
So you had a new car that you were paying off?
Yes, ma'am.
Without paying for the old car
The
that
old,
got stolen?
the old
Then
car
she
wasn't
paid
a
for it.
loan.
Yeah, I find it's a loan.
Okay.
I find it's a loan. You're not her husband. If you were her husband and you
I
bought a
don't find it
car,
was
you
a
were
loan.
family and living together, that's one thing. You're away in college, you have a baby, you go to college, very nice. Call her, I want to drive home instead of flying home. It'll be more convenient and it'll save me money. Well, it saved you a whole lot of money. Saved you everything. You didn't pay for an airplane ticket. You didn't pay to ship anything home. She put the money on her credit card and you didn't pay. That's a pretty good deal.
How is it to pay for a decision that you make for your family?
You're not her family. Get over it.
Okay.
You're not her family. You're not any more her family than you are my family, sir. Family
I
is a
didn't lay
unit
down and
that
have a
stays
child with
together. Family, listen, everything has babies. Dogs, cats, fish, guppies, parakeets, they have babies. They don't necessarily have families forever. You don't have a family with this lady. You have a new girlfriend. How many children do you have? Just one?
Just one.
Just one. With her?
Yes, ma'am.
You have a new girlfriend,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you live with her?
No.
You don't live with anybody.
I live on my own.
Good. That's not a family. Having a girlfriend is not a family.
I didn't say she was my girlfriend.
You just told me I have a new girlfriend.
You said it was my family.
No, I said having a girlfriend isn't a family.
Okay.
Even having a girlfriend with whom you make a baby isn't a family. Unless you live together as a family unit. Then, by some stretch of the imagination, you may be able to call that a family unit. Now, I can't figure out what he owes you with interest, madam. He owes you $3,196 minimally, right? That's without any interest. And
Yes,
if he
ma'am.
hasn't made any payments, add on another $1,000, that's $41.96. And what he's saying is he needed money to pay his car loan, and you'd let him take money out of your daughter's savings account that you put money away for
Yes,
her
ma'am.
future so that he could make a truck payment. That's your stupidity.
I understand that.
Then you deal with your own stupidity. Stop making payments for him.
I will. I did.
Good. You want to know why? The last mistake you should make with him is making a baby. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Very good. He looks like a very nice young man, but he's not ready to commit to you or anybody. He thinks that because he has a child, he has a family. He'll make a couple of families.
Yes.
Right?
I know.
Right. Right. But right now he owes you $41.96.
Thank you.
That's it. Judgment
Thank you.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
He feels if he has to pay me child support, he doesn't owe me any money.
Hey, women are women.
Hopefully he learned his lessons. I learned mine. So
Vindictive women.
the most important thing to me is my child.
I'm done.
For my future, I'm securing mine and my daughter's finances so we can have a better life.
And now the next case.
All parties in the matter of Culp versus Molina, step forward.
21-year-old Krista Culp is suing her ex-boyfriend, 19-year-old Jonathan Molina, for damaging her car when he ran over a cement island.
Miss Culp, you and Mr. Molina had a relationship. You lived together for a period of time. You claim he moved out owing you rent. And prior to his moving out, a short time before he moved out, he had an accident with your car and damaged it. Let's deal with the car first because the car is the easy thing. Mr. Molina, you did in fact borrow Miss Culp's car to go to the store to run an errand. Is that right?
Yes, ma'am.
And while you were there, you went over a median in the parking lot. Is that correct?
Yes, I went over a, what do you call it, island?
Whatever. Something higher than the sidewalk, right?
Right.
And you damaged the car, right?
Yes.
Who do you think should pay for that?
Not me, I'm not responsible for it.
Why? Did the island move while you were driving?
No,
Then who should be responsible for it, Mr. Molina?
not me.
Well, I'm asking you, who?
She should.
Now explain why, sir.
Because she gave me full permission to borrow her car.
Right. She didn't give you permission to drive it over an island. She gave you permission to go to the store for an errand. You had an accident because you drove carelessly. I mean, unless you're telling me this is a movable parkway. You drove carelessly, therefore it's your fault. Now, Mr. Molina, you have to repeat after me, sir. How old are you?
19.
It was my fault.
It was not my fault.
Whose fault was it, Mr. Molina? Mr. Molina,
Yes, ma'am.
were you driving?
Yes, I was.
It was your fault! Did I say it loud enough so that maybe you understand it at age 19? At age 19, you shouldn't be in a relationship with somebody. How old are you?
21.
You have children?
Yes, Your Honor.
How many?
2.
He's too young for you. You have children?
No.
You should be out playing hopscotch or something. But you owe her to fix the car, Mr. Molina, because when you have an accident with a car that you borrow because you're driving recklessly and go over an island that is not moving, it's your fault. And if she had no insurance on the car and she has to have it fixed, do you have insurance?
I have insurance, but it's liability insurance.
She doesn't have collision insurance. That means you have to pay for it, sir. Do you understand?
Yes.
Perfect. How much will it be to fix the car?
The estimate was $2,251.29.
And what kind of car is this?
It's a J30 Infiniti 1994.
So the car is 13 years old?
Yes, it's my only transportation.
Let me take a look at that. This isn't the kind of estimate that you usually get from a place.
That is from Tom's mobile mechanic. He just came over yesterday and estimated it because he had to come to my apartment because the car's undrivable.
Okay, so you have to fix the car.
Yes.
And he wants $2,251.29, and I think he'll do it for $2,000. Now, let's talk about the rent. You say he moved out owing you some money for rent.
Yes, Your Honor.
Whose name is on lease?
Both of us.
And tell me, under what circumstances did he move out?
He's supposed to pay me $400 each month.
Under what circumstances did he move out?
Owing me about...
No. Did you ask him to leave, or did he just leave?
Yes, Your Honor, I asked him to leave after I found out he was cheating on me.
So you asked him to leave?
Yes.
Okay. And he left?
Yes.
And in what month did he leave?
It was the middle of October.
Is that right, sir?
Yeah.
Did he pay October's rent?
Not all of it.
How much did he pay?
$50.
Did he give it to you directly?
Yes.
$50?
Yes, Your Honor.
And did he pay September's rent?
He paid half.
How much did he pay?
$200.
Now, Mr. Molina, you have a defense, and you say that you work, correct?
Yes. And the place I was working at, they were cutting my hours, and I was working like 21 to 26 hours, and every check that I would get, I would hand it over to her.
That's what you say.
And it was like $2-something, and I would have no money. Every week, I would just hand over my check, give it to her.
That's what he says. He says that every week he worked, he would hand you his check, and you would give him gas money. Is that correct?
No, Your Honor. He would hand me cash. His check was for $80. He kept $30 for gas, gave me $50. That was for October.
Okay, so how much did he give you for October? He worked every week in October, so he couldn't have given you just $50.
Your Honor, he doesn't give me every check. He says that he gives me every check. Sometimes he only works 20 hours a week.
Was he working more than that when you decided to lease an apartment with him?
We had both just gotten new jobs to get the apartment together, and it's not my fault he only works 20 hours a week. He could have got a different job or asked for more hours.
How much did you give her in September for the rent, sir?
None.
She says for September she got $200.
I thought you were talking about October, but September I gave her $200.
And in October?
I only gave her $50.
And what did she say when you gave her the $50?
She's like, where's the rest of it? I'm like, well, my hours are cut, you know? There's nothing I could do. I asked my manager, can I have more hours? You know, I have stuff to pay, this and that. And they didn't like me. They just cut my hours.
Ms. Cope, where were you living before you moved in with Mr. Molina and your two children?
I was living with my best friend.
And how much rent were you paying?
I wasn't having to pay rent.
How long did you live with your best friend?
For about a year and a half.
And what is the rent you are paying now?
$779 a month.
And how much child support do you receive?
I don't receive any child support.
Why not?
Because both of the fathers of my children, they were in prison, so.
They were what?
In prison, incarcerated.
What kind of work do you do?
I'm a secretary for a law office.
What are your earnings?
$10 an hour.
How are you paying the rent?
I get welfare.
How much do you get from welfare?
$500.
$500 a month towards your rent?
Yes.
What else do they pay for?
They give me food stamps, about $300. That and my work is my only income.
So that your rent is really $279 a month?
Yeah, you can say that.
I am saying that.
Okay.
Your rent is $279 a month. So in the month of September, he gave you $200. So in September, your share of the rent was $79.
Yes. Well,
and in October, he gave you, according to you, $50. So that sort of evened it out. The government was paying most of the rent, right?
Yeah.
And you're going to stay in that apartment, is that correct?
Yes.
Good. Mr. Molina owes you to fix the car. The rent the government is paying for. Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $2,000. That's all. Thank you.
Parties are excused. You may. This case number 24 on the calendar in the matter of Collins versus Bonsell. Parties have been sworn in, Judge. You may be seated. Folks, have seats, please.
Mr. Collins, it is your claim that the defendant assaulted you after a hockey game.
Yes.
You're both participants in that game, and you claim that you were seriously injured.
Yes.
You want him to pay not only all of your medical bills, but also pain and suffering and damage for the assault. Mr. Bonsell says you started this altercation, and you may have gotten the tough end of this deal, but that was of your own doing because you started it. Is this a professional hockey team?
No, it's an adult hockey league that's just for fun.
Okay, there's no money that changes hands. No. How long have you been playing, sir?
Probably for 8-9 years.
And how old are you now?
I'm 20.
And what's the name of your team?
We are the Vipers.
Mr. Bonsell, what's the name of your team?
It's the Heat, Your Honor.
And how long have you been playing, sir?
9 years. I'm 30 years old.
Had you ever played before against each other?
Numerous times.
Ever had any trouble before?
Yes. Not necessarily.
You had trouble with him before?
Yes.
Oh, tell me about it.
We've had problems on the ice before while playing games. I am a goalie.
Anything unusual?
Not really. I've had problems with other players also, but nothing really off the ice. Maybe some words exchange.
I'm talking about on the ice. On the ice, I see all of the idiots that are on the ice fighting with each other and hitting them with sticks and punching. And I don't watch that sport a lot, but it sounds to me as if it's sort of taken the place of the old gladiators. You know, they were allowed to hit, fight. You know, it's a really a dumb sport. Or it may not be a dumb sport. It's dumb the way it's played.
Parts of it maybe, but...
I'm glad you agree with that, sir. So let's get back to this particular day. Give me the date of this incident.
November 18th of 2002.
And your team won or lost?
We lost.
According to what I read in the complaint and in the answer, when the game is over, everybody's supposed to get in the line. My grandchildren do that. You know, they get in line and they sort of high-five everybody and say, good game, good game, good game, good game. Is that what's supposed to happen?
Yes.
You remember that, Bird, don't you?
Oh, yeah.
Except Mr. Collins was angry that he lost. So after the game, he didn't stand in line saying, high five, good game, good game, good game. He went sulking off to the locker room. Is that right?
No. I was not angry that I lost.
You were not angry that you lost?
It's a game. I was not angry at all.
So then why didn't you stand with the rest of your teammates?
The reason why I left the ice early before the handshaking line was because Tony was in a physical argument with my brother, Ian. And there was a lot of fighting and scuffling going on the ice.
On the ice?
On the ice still.
Yes.
I had no place being involved in it. If I'm involved in that, I get thrown out for other games.
So you didn't leave the ice because you were angry that you lost. You left the ice without shaking hands because you were angry at him for fighting with your brother.
I was angry at everybody because there's not supposed to be fighting after the game.
Okay, just a second. So you were angry with everybody?
Well, there's not supposed to be fighting on the ice after the game. After the game, that's it. That's the end of the game. Leave it alone.
All I want to know is, what were you angry at, sir? Everybody else was shaking hands on your team?
No, that had not started yet.
But they were out there to do it.
They were out there, and the refs were breaking up the scuffle between Tony and my brother.
At the end of the game, did the two teams get together and shake hands at some point?
Some of the players, yes.
Not you?
Not me, and not some of... Both teams, some of the players left the ice early.
You left the ice. Mr. Bonsell, did you stay on the ice to shake hands?
Yes, I did, Your Honor.
Okay. And then you left?
Yes.
Go ahead, Mr. Collins.
After the game, I left the ice. I stood in front of my locker room door. I opened it. I said a couple things to my players inside my locker room. I turned around. I watched what happened on the ice. That's why I stayed next to the door so I could see what was going on. Tony, as
this
he was...
is Mr. Bonsell.
Mr. Bonsell. As he was walking by me, he said, excuse my language, you little... I said, you, Tony, and he proceeded to swing on me. I had my helmet on. I was in full gear. My helmet did come off, and I went back at him mostly to protect myself.
So you went back at him? All right.
I went back at him because he is an officer. I don't know what he's going to do.
Okay, go ahead.
After that, he grabbed me. I never actually got a punch off.
When you say you went after him, exactly what did you do?
I took maybe 2 steps towards him, and I raised my arm to hit him.
Okay. And he had already hit you?
He had already hit me and knocked my helmet off.
Okay.
But
where did he hit
still
you?
Hurts. In the face.
Then you got into a scuffle with each other?
He grabbed me, pushed me to the ground, and when he came down on top of me, my skates do not slide on, it's a rubber matting, so they stuck, and my knees buckled underneath me. And that's when he came down on top of me, and the weight of him on top of me just twisted my ankle because I don't have
Okay,
room
so you
to move.
twisted your ankle?
It's a severe sprain, is what the doctor described it.
In your ankle?
In my ankle. She told me I would have been better off breaking it. It would have healed faster.
You sprained your ankle?
Yes.
Now, what injuries did you suffer in your face?
None. The helmets are designed to take a firm blow to the face.
So what you're telling me is that he didn't come in contact with your face, he came in contact with your helmet?
My helmet, which came in contact with my face.
He came in contact with your helmet?
Yes.
With his hand?
Yes.
So you weren't injured at all in your face?
No.
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
He's coming out towards you, and you took a swing at him.
No, Your Honor. It wasn't a swing.
You hit him in his helmet. That's what you just said to me. How did that happen? He put his head into your hand?
Real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Ronan Collins claims fellow Hockey League member Anthony Boncel assaulted him after a game. Anthony says Ronan refused to shake hands.
Let me hear your version of the events, Mr. Boncel.
After we shook hands, I got off the ice. My witness got off the ice after me.
I just want you to look at me, Mr. Boncel.
Okay.
I'm like a truth machine, Mr. Boncel. I have something back here. The hair on the back of my neck starts to sizzle when somebody is trying to give me a soaping. Do you understand?
Yeah. Oh, I understand.
Okay, good. The truth, Mr. Boncel,
yes, Your
will
Honor.
set you free.
Yes, Your Honor. So I got off the ice. As I approached the locker room, which is right off the ice door, I saw Mr. Collins waiting in the locker room door.
Mr. Collins says that he was waiting at the door because he was looking at the activity on the ice. Isn't that right, Mr. Collins?
Yes.
So that's true. You had to pass him in order to get to your locker.
Correct.
And what, if anything, did you say to him when you passed him?
As I passed him, I said, "Why don't you shake the hands like the rest of your team? Are you a poor sport or something?"
Are you a poor sport? Is that what you said to him? Oh, Mr. Boncel, I don't believe that. That probably is the connotation of what you said to him. But I'm going to run this by you once more. So let's start with the fact that I don't believe that you used those words when you were trying to impart the information to him that you thought he was a poor sport. So you want to tell me what you said to him?
That's exactly what I said, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Boncel, we're sticking with the story. And he said what to you?
He basically started cussing at me. He came out of the locker room.
No, tell me, understand cussing. I'm older than you are. I've heard more cussing, believe me, in my life. A lot of it directed at me. What did he say to you, Mr. Boncel?
He said, "You mother," and he came out of the locker room at me.
How did he come out at you?
I was still walking as I was saying this to him and as he was saying this to me. I turned to him as he was coming out of the locker room, and that's what I hit him in his helmet with my glove that was on my hand.
So he's coming out towards you, and you took a swing at him.
No, Your Honor, it wasn't a swing.
Well, you did if you hit him in his helmet. That's what you just said to me. You hit him in his helmet.
Correct, but I didn't take a swing at him. Basically,
how did that happen? He put his head into your hand?
It's like a straight arm type movement.
Show me. Mr.
I'm sorry,
Boncel,
my hand's open. I have a glove on, so it wasn't with a fist.
was your hand injured?
No, it wasn't, Your Honor.
And neither was his face.
No, it wasn't, Your Honor.
Good. So far, we have a little lunging and a little stopping, no injury. What was the next thing that happened, Mr. Boncel?
He continued to come at me. We went up against a wall. I grabbed onto his arms, and we went down to the ground, and basically I held him there until help arrived.
Go ahead. You have witnesses you want me to
Yes,
see?
I have two witnesses who saw
Okay.
the incidents.
Good.
Jacob and Jamie.
Hello, Your Honor. Okay, what I exactly saw was when they came off the ice, Ronan walked to his doorway to see what was going on, like he said. There was a few of his teammates in the locker room, and when he was standing in the doorway, Boncel walked by and said, "You, Ronan." And then Ronan turned around at him and said, "You, Boncel." And then when Boncel went to throw a hit towards his face, I went to go searching for a ref, and then when I turned back around, Boncel has him on the ground and Bonzel's on top.
Thank you. So you'd heard the beginning of this, is that right?
Right.
And that's different from what Mr. Collins said happened. Isn't that right, Mr. Collins?
Yes.
So she heard something different from what you reported to me.
She didn't get all of what was said.
Just a minute. She told me what she says she heard.
She got the you right.
Sit down.
Okay.
Next. Name?
Jacob.
Jacob. Where were you, and what did you hear, and what did you see?
I was coming off the ice at the time of the incident. I was probably 8 to 10 feet
You
behind.
were a player on the Vipers?
Yes. I was coming off the ice after the handshake. I was about approximately 8 to 10 feet behind Mr. Boncel. I didn't hear what Mr. Boncel said to Ronan. I heard Ronan say, "F you, Boncel," and then I saw Mr. Boncel. I don't know if he was trying to punch him or push him, but he struck his hand out at Mr. Collins, And then Mr. Collins pushed back at him, and then there was lots of players by then, and there was a big pileup in the doorway.
You said you didn't know whether he went to punch or push. Is that what you said?
Yes, his hand did strike it.
His hand struck the helmet.
Mm-hmm.
Is that right?
Yes.
So the helmet is plastic or metal, isn't
Yes.
it?
Yes.
Hard.
Yes.
So you would have to be a real idiot, right, to punch at this metal.
Well, we also...
You'd have to be an idiot to punch at the metal.
Yes.
You wouldn't necessarily have to be an idiot if you just wanted to keep somebody away from you, pushing them away. But if you actually punched at this metal, you could hurt yourself.
Yes.
So would it be a fair statement, Jacob, that Mr. Bonsell had protection, his glove, and it was not his intention to do any harm to Mr. Collins, but to keep him at a distance? That be a fair statement?
It would be fair, but Mr. Bonsell was the aggressor.
Really?
Ronan Collins had not stepped forward to attack Mr. Bonsell yet until Mr. Bonsell struck Ronan in the face.
He didn't strike him in the face. He pushed him away on his helmet. And if after this incident, Mr. Collins, you were hurt, if you said to me, I was hurt and I had my teeth knocked out because he went and struck me in the face, and I had done nothing to him, you would have a case. What happened was you were angry, and everybody's testosterone is all in high gear, swirling around. And you watched on the ice and you walked off because you said that you saw him messing with your brother on the ice.
Yes.
That makes you really angry.
And there were other teammates jumping in.
Whatever. You were angry at him. And you were angry, period. What happened was, at the end of the day, the two of you started up with each other, and you got the worst of the deal because he pushed you down and you twisted your ankle. Get over it. You're a big boy. Case dismissed.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
Has a history of doing this off the ice and attacking players who are more vulnerable and smaller than he is.
I think the judge had it right. I think the facts speak for themselves, and she made the right decision.
I am very vulnerable off the ice, and I can't attack anybody with gear on like this.
You know, as far as I'm concerned, it's it's water under the bridge.
After the game is over, it's over. Nothing should happen off the ice. But things still happen every now and then out in the parking lots, out in the locker rooms. Things still happen.
Probably because they lose every time they play us.
And now the next case.
All parties in the matter of Johnson versus Turner Hall. Step forward.
19-year-old student Courtney Johnson is suing former friends, 19-year-old Justin Turner and 20-year-old Stanley Hall, for causing her to be homeless during spring break.
You were going on spring break. They had a hotel room or a motel room. You and your girlfriend decided that you would sort of tag along and ask if you could share the hotel or motel room with them. So far, is that pretty accurate?
Mm-hmm.
They said, okay, but you're really not supposed to be here. You'll give us some money and we'll all stay together as long as we can. So far, right?
Correct.
You gave them how much?
175.
Okay, they say 164, you say 175, let's say $175. And the $175 was for how many days?
For 6 nights.
For you alone?
Yes.
Then somebody, either you or your girlfriend, went and asked for some towels. And the manager of the hotel or motel said, I rented this room to 4 guys, and this is a girl asking for some towels. You got to get out. Pretty accurate?
Right.
Yeah.
You want your money back. Not only do you want your money back, $175, but you want the food that you bought, because you brought food into the room.
Correct.
That they ate. And you want money for your emotional distress.
Correct.
Get over it. That's what you get for your emotional distress. My words. Get over it. You get the same for the food. The only thing we're going to talk about here is $175. Who's going to talk for this team over here?
I'll talk.
And your name is?
Justin Turner.
Justin. You kept $175.
Correct.
Right? You can't keep $175. The $175 was for 6 nights, right? She only stayed there how many nights, Justin?
1.
So why should you keep her $175?
We knew going into it that usually you have wristbands to stay at the hotel, and there was a risk that we might not all be able to stay there. So there was no just agreement that if she got kicked out, she lost her money. If we would have got kicked out, I don't believe we would have got our money either from her.
You didn't give her any money, Justin.
No.
You stayed there. How many nights?
3, 4.
So you left early?
Right. We had to
Why?
leave early. One of the people that came with us was a driver. He had problems with his car and some other stuff, and he had to go home.
But it wasn't anybody's fault that you left. Nobody threw you out.
Got it.
What do you do, Justin?
I'm a student, and I play football.
Student where?
University of Louisville.
Can you divide 175 by 6 in your head?
About $40-some.
I couldn't do it either. My calculator said that it's about $29.
$30.
Your Honor, may I say something?
Sure.
The room was $823.62. We came about where it'd be mainly about $170 a night. So basically, each person was paying $170 a night. So that's where that came from.
Are you following that, Officer Byrd? What he's saying is they decided that each person would spend $175 and pay for one night at the motel. And that would take care of their share for the entire 6 nights. Therefore, she stayed at the hotel one night, $175. Are you getting it now?
I get it.
Are you getting it now?
I get it.
Okay. I feel like I'm doing one of those Jay Leno bits, you know, when he goes jaywalking with people, right? I don't want to deal with it. When you get him outside, try to explain it to him. Listen, from the $175, we deduct $30. $145. That's what you get back. Do you understand? Mm-hmm. Perfect. Goodbye.
Party side excuse. That's case number 399 on the calendar in the matter of Guberman versus Sutton. Parties have been sworn in, Judge. You may be seated, ma'am. Have a seat.
Miss Guberman, you and Mr. Sutton dated briefly, according to what I read in your complaint, and you no longer see each other socially, but you claim that he owes you for 2 things. First, he owes you for a cruise that the 2 of you went on. You claim that he was supposed to pay you back for his ticket, and he did not. And second, you say that you got into an argument with him and he smashed your cell phone.
Correct.
And who is this?
This is my friend, Monique.
Is this the friend who was supposed to go on the cruise?
No.
Does she know about the cruise?
Yeah.
Miss Guberman, when was the cruise and you were supposed to go with a girlfriend? Is that right?
Correct.
When were you supposed to leave?
The end of November, I think it was, last year.
The questions are going to get harder. That's what this case is about. So let's try to get it together and focus. November of 2003. November what?
About November 17th, approximately. I forget the exact date.
And how long had you been planning this trip with a girlfriend?
Approximately a few months, maybe 3 months.
Who bought the tickets?
I charged it on my credit card.
Why didn't she charge her own ticket?
Oh no, well, we both paid a deposit, but then when she wasn't going...
Just a sec. You were supposed to go with a girlfriend, she backed out. You started to date him, and he went on the cruise instead of the girlfriend who got pregnant. That's the story, right?
Because I still want to
Okay, just a second. We're going to do this in faster pace because I have other things to do today, Miss Guberman. November 17th, 2003, you were supposed to go on a cruise with the girlfriend. She had put a deposit down on her own credit card?
Correct.
How much of a deposit did she put down?
$250.
And how much was the whole cruise?
$1,092 each.
Now, how much had she paid towards the trip?
The $250.
Only?
Only.
She was going to lose that. Is that right?
No, she didn't lose it. The cruise line, they credited her credit card back. And then they charged me the whole, the whole remaining balance for the cruise.
When did you make that arrangement with them? When did she make that arrangement, sir? She's having difficulty. Do you remember?
Well, actually, ma'am, first thing, good morning, ma'am. The cruise was November 30th, to tell you the truth. It wasn't November 17th. The cruise was November 30th. I met her in September. I spoke with her on the party line, which is a line that you chat with and you meet people.
I don't care if you met her on a party line or J dating.
Okay.
Mr. Sutton, when did she invite you to go on the trip?
Well, a week and a half after we met.
In September?
Yes.
What did she tell you?
She told me her friend was supposed to go on a cruise with her, and she bailed out. So she asked me, she was looking for a companion to go with her. And once we met, we gained in some sexual relationships. And
I'm not interested in that.
Okay, I understand. And she said to me, she said, would you like to go on a cruise? At first, I was kind of reluctant to go in because we had just met. And then I was like, all right, fine. Then she says, well, I'm just going to charge it on my credit card. And we went on a cruise.
Did you discuss paying her back for it?
Not at all, ma'am, Your Honor.
Well, what happened after you went on this cruise on November 30th, sir?
We were still talking in a friendship manner. Then we pretty much, you know, kind of went our own separate ways at that time because we both made an agreement to be friends before we even went on a cruise.
Tell me about the agreement.
Actually, when we met on the party line, the same day
What? You said you had an agreement that you were going to be friends when you came back from the cruise. I don't know what
this is before the cruise.
That you were going to be friends.
Yes. She said we made an agreement that we just rather be friends, that a relationship and that wouldn't work out.
And that was before you went on the cruise?
That was before we went on the cruise.
How much before?
2 months before.
Well, then why in the world would she pay for you?
I don't know.
I mean, that I don't understand. I mean, I can understand if she wanted you as her companion on the cruise and you had an intimate relationship and you were going to enjoy all of the activities together. Then I could understand her saying, listen, I want to have a date on this cruise. That's my insurance. But I don't understand it if the two of you really had parted ways in respect to being a boyfriend and a girlfriend and you were just going on as buddies.
Well, it wasn't pretty much still as buddies. It was like, it pretty much, both of us were still in the air. There was still some fire there. It was still in the air.
Some fire?
Yes.
Did you ever buy Miss Guberman anything?
Well, I gave her a bracelet once.
Did you? Was it a nice bracelet?
Yes, it is, ma'am.
You still have it, Miss Guberman? You're trying to think.
No, I have it. It's broken. He said he found it.
You found it?
I did.
I said, so did you ever buy her anything?
Yes, I did. I bought her several things.
Tell me.
Some stuff for her birthday from
Like
Victoria's
what?
Secrets, like T-shirts, lotion.
What else?
When we went on a cruise, I bought her a couple dresses.
Okay, that's nice. Did he do that?
Yes, but the lotion he bought me, he took back and wrote on my car with it. So, you know, I don't have the lotion and the perfume he bought for my birthday. He took it back.
Lamore Guberman says she met ex-boyfriend James Sutton on a party chat line. Lamore claims James owes for his share of a cruise and for smashing a cell phone.
When you came back from the cruise, when did you ask him for money?
Just whenever he had, I said, can I, you know, you pay me back when you have it. So he was making payments.
Did he give you any money?
Yes, $550 altogether.
Is that right, sir?
Not at all.
Show me.
He paid cash, but I just have, like I marked it on the calendar. So before going on the cruise, I think he gave me $100. And then on here, this is like where it's highlighted. I have how much he gave, all the payments that he gave me. So I would keep track of it.
I don't believe this. I don't believe it. There are several reasons why I don't believe it. First of all, I don't know anybody who uses the same pen on a day calendar. In order for you to use the same pen on a day calendar just for certain entries, you have to be a really organized person. You have several different pens for certain things. You have dark blue pen, you have a light blue pen, but for the money that you allege that he gave you, different weeks, different months, etc., you used the same pen. So you had a Mr. Sutton return of money pen?
No, actually, I kept a particular pen by my calendar. And if, for instance, like if I had made an appointment on the phone or something and there was a pen somewhere else in the house, I would take that and write the appointment down. But that, I mean, I have similar pens, it's different, same color.
Give this back to her. Those calendars come under the category of baloney, Miss Guberman. Now you want to get to the cell phone?
Well, we had gotten to an argument on the way back from the mall.
When?
In October,
October of what year?
This year.
2004?
Correct.
So you were still seeing each other, had contact with each other a year later?
Correct.
Okay.
And actually, when we officially broke up, that's when he stopped paying for the cruise, but...
What happened, Miss Guberman, in October with
we were
your
on the way
phone?
back from the mall, and we were going to go to my house, and then we got into an argument at the mall. On the way back, you know, he said, take me home. So I was proceeding to take him home, And then he asked me, oh, well, we're going to your house. I said, no, you want to go home? I'm taking you home. So when he realized I was taking him home, I had to stop at a stop sign. And as soon as I stopped at the stop sign, he grabbed my shifter, threw it in park, got out the car, grabbed the phone, smashed it on the ground, and then walked off and left me with a broken shifter. And I was just standing there until someone came and helped put my shifter back together because I couldn't move.
Let's hear it.
All I can say is just a bunch of Taurus species.
Should what?
Taurus species.
What is that?
A Taurus is a bull and feces is...
Oh. Mr. Sutton. Mr. Sutton.
Yes.
Just tell me what happened, sir. Try not to editorialize or be witty.
Pretty much.
Or, listen to me, or be witty or be smart. I reserve that all to myself.
Okay. Okay. I'm sorry, man, Your Honor.
Just tell me what happened in the car.
Well, nothing happened because I wasn't with her.
Oh my God. Were you still involved in any kind of a relationship, including friends, in October of 2004?
No, I wouldn't even talk to her. She was coming down to my job, stalking me, sitting in my parking lot at my job. She would call me, like, pretty much all day on my cell phone, beat my cell phone up, leave all types of messages.
You have any proof of that?
Well, I can't really save that on there, ma'am. Somebody else calls me.
You know anything about this case?
Yes, I do.
Step up. Who are you?
I'm Monique Taylor. I'm Lamore's friend of 14 years.
Go ahead.
The night of her cell phone that was broken, he was with her. Because, you know, she doesn't hold anything back from me, and usually when things happen, she calls me because we're close friends. And he was with her that night that the cell phone was broken.
What was she doing with him?
Your Honor,
No, I'm asking you, what would she do? If she tells you wherever she doesn't... Listen to me. If she doesn't hold anything back from you...
Right.
What was she doing with him?
I guess just hanging out with him. You know, they went to the mall together, from my understanding, and, you know, he wanted to go home with her, and he was told no. And
why did she go to the mall with him?
He's very angry.
Who's angry?
James. He's a very angry individual because there's times other things has happened, and she has called me about it and, you know, talked to me. And I always be telling her to leave him alone, but...
She doesn't leave him alone. Right?
Right.
She calls him?
Occasionally, but not. It's been like since the cell phone incident, it hasn't been too many phone calls.
Before the cell phone incident?
Yes.
She'd call him a lot?
I wouldn't say a lot, because I would, you know, try to convince her not to keep continuously calling him and, you know, just leave it alone.
But she didn't listen?
No, she didn't.
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
I understand that from your perception as a father, your daughter disrespected you.
Right.
I agree with you. The wrong thing.
Real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Lamore Guberman says she met ex-boyfriend James Sutton on a party chat line. Lamore claims James owes for his share of a cruise and for smashing a cell phone.
So, Mr. Sutton, I sort of believe that you were in the car with her and broke her cell phone. You want to know why I believe that, Mr. Sutton? I believe that you were really annoyed that she keeps bothering you on the phone. There's a logical extension to breaking her phone. Do you understand?
I understand what you're saying, but...
Good. How much was your phone?
Altogether, it was $194.99.
Let me see.
And this is the phone.
But, Mr. Sutton, I do not believe, sir, that you agreed to pay her for this cruise. I think that she met you, she wanted a date on the cruise, she invited you to go along, and there was absolutely no mention of you paying her back. And that was over a year ago. And you still didn't pay her back. And she's still with you, in the car, going to the mall. Right?
Right, that's part of the reason why I would call him, is to ask, can you pay me some money? Are you going to give me some money?
No.
Swear to God.
No. Not for somebody who's violent. You don't call somebody violent for that reason.
Because it was on my credit card. And
you met him in September, you invited him to go on a cruise in September. Mr. Sutton doesn't look like the kind of person who becomes instantly infatuated.
Oh, that's a lie.
Well, maybe yes, maybe no. He certainly seems like a cool enough character to me. Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $194.99. That's for the cell phone. The cruise, you're on your own. That's
Can I say
all.
one thing?
All right, excuse you. Step out.
Oh my God, I didn't finish. I guess if I get back together with him, he'll pay me the rest of it, then we can break up, you know, something like that.
She's a very sarcastic person. You know, she doesn't know how to take anything serious.
The sparks were kind of fizzling at the end, but he was trying to make the sparks come back.
She just got hypnotized by me. That's all that was.
He was a bad seed once I just knew the things he was doing.
What was done, what was done. I mean, just move on, that's all.
And now the next case.
All parties in the matter of Garnica versus DeLaza, step forward, please.
Deli manager Martha Garnica is suing her ex-husband, produce manager Alan DeLaza, for the money he promised to pay for their daughter's 2000 Ford Mustang. Alan says their daughter disrespected him, so the deal's off.
Ms. Garnica, this is your former husband. You
Yes,
have
it
two
is.
children together.
We do.
You called your former husband and told him that you wanted to buy your daughter, I assume this young lady's, pretty young lady, a car for her birthday, and asked him if he would contribute to the car. So far, is that correct, sir?
Close enough.
Close enough. And your former husband agreed to give you $2,000 towards the purchase of that car, $1,000 from one fund and $1,000 from a different fund. Close enough?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yeah.
He gave you the $1,000.
Yes.
The $1,000.
Yes.
In reliance on his promise to give you the $2,000, you went out and purchased your daughter a car.
Yes, I did.
How much was the car?
$5,000.
And you purchased her this $5,000 car because your former husband had agreed, made a contract, so far, right, to give you $2,000. And then, against his wishes, this young lady went ahead and got your permission to have a belly piercing, right?
Kind of.
Right. She had discussed it at one time with her father, who said, I don't want you to do that, right? And you went and did it anyway.
Yeah.
I mean, the whole thing is stupid to begin with. Why anybody would want to pierce their belly button, I haven't a clue. Gets stuck on your sweaters. I don't know why anybody would want to do that. But that's just an older person's perception of why young people pierce their bodies and say, look at me, look at me, look at me, I'm different. You know, people should look at you because you do things that are creative, intelligent, smart. You've made something of yourself. You know, sticking things in your body doesn't cut it for me. Your father says you got your belly pierced, you don't get the other $1,000.
Right.
Unfortunately, you're wrong. You're not wrong to feel as if your daughter did something that was not right, but your contract was not with your daughter.
Yes, it was.
No, no, no. Your contract was not with your daughter, sir. Your contract was with your former wife. You may have been contributing to buy your daughter a gift, which is what you say. I was buying my daughter a gift. She went against my wishes. I'm not going to give her the gift. You made a contract with your wife because once she went out to purchase that car, relying on your promise to give her $2,000, you had a binding agreement. Now, I'm teaching you contracts. I'm giving you a basic course in contracts. If you had said to her when she called you, I will give you the $2,000 towards Amanda's car, but there's a condition. And the condition is she not have a body piercing until she's old enough to consent to it herself. If you had said that to her, and if she had had the body piercing, you would be absolutely right. You would be able to say, she breached the agreement, therefore I don't have to pay. But you did not have that as a condition of your contract with your former wife. Do you understand? Now, do you understand what I'm saying to you?
Yeah, I understand.
Okay.
It's just...
I understand that from your perception as a father, your daughter disrespected you.
Right.
And you don't reward somebody for being disrespectful and for doing the wrong thing. I agree with you. Did the wrong thing. But that doesn't vitiate the contract that you had or do away with the contract that you had with your former wife. Do you understand? So while I'm sympathetic to you, you owe her $1,000. Pay her. That's all.
Thank you.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
They could have asked me, you know, and I could have thought about it.
I didn't.
Versus Povis.
Thank you.
You're welcome, Judge. Parties have been sworn in, Your Honor. You may be seated. Sir, have a seat.
Miss Whitinger, this is your mother. And you were in an automobile accident when you were a child.
Yes.
There was a settlement of that claim. And when you turned 18, you expected to start to receive yearly or quarterly installments on that settlement. And it is your claim that your mother kept half of one of the checks.
Yes.
And you want that money back.
Right.
When was the accident, Miss Povis?
December 29th of 1989.
And you acknowledge that you kept half the check.
Yes.
How much was half the check?
$3,070.
And you say that you kept half of it because the check was written in both your names and you're entitled to half of it.
Yes.
Okay. Describe the accident to me that occurred in 1989.
I was not in the car. My roommate was driving the car, lost control of the car.
Your roommate?
Yes.
Male or female?
Female.
So you allowed your daughter, who was how old?
4.
To ride in the car with your roommate?
Yes.
Who lost control of the car, so the accident was your roommate's fault?
Correct.
Whose car was it?
It was her car.
And where was your daughter sitting in the car?
In the passenger seat.
In the front?
Yes.
Was she in a car seat?
No, she was not. She was actually reclined back in the car seat, but it had a seatbelt on. And then when the impact happened, she dove underneath the seatbelt.
And?
She knocked her 4 front teeth out that had been previously knocked out, so it was actually 4 fake teeth in the front that she knocked the bridge out. She had a concussion on her forehead, and she bit through her bottom of her chin and fractured her jaw.
So she was incapacitated for a while?
Yes, I don't remember how
And it was the roommate's fault?
Correct.
And what was the settlement that you agreed to?
In lieu of taking a $20,000 settlement at the time, I opted to set up a structured settlement because it would pay more money because I guess they invest it. So therefore, I set up payments for 4 years starting last year. So the first payment came last year for $61.40, and then another payment came this year, and then there's 2 more payments of that, and then the final payment of $10,000 in the year 2010.
So about $35,000.
Correct.
Right. Now, that's in addition to all of the expenses, to all the medical expenses that she had. Is that right? Those were paid?
She did not have medical insurance on her car insurance, so they only pay it with the final payment of the settlement.
So who paid the medical payments?
I paid them.
Let me see.
Here's some bills, and then...
Not the bills. I want to see the payments.
Oh.
I want to see the payments.
I don't have the payment receipts.
So then you didn't pay them?
I did pay them.
Show me. Show me a paid bill. Do you have the paid bills? Are any of those bills marked paid?
No.
Take them back. I'm not interested in them. So you don't have a paid bill for any of the bills from 1989, and you don't have any canceled checks. Is that right? So what you're telling me is in 2010, when your daughter gets her final payment, you're going to pay the doctors from 1989. Is that what you're telling me?
No. I've already paid the doctors.
You've already paid the doctors, and you don't have one paid bill.
It was from back 1989.
You get a paid bill when you paid the doctor.
It was also a settlement for the time that I had taken off work to care
for Just a second. Let's get to it, Miss Povis. First to the bills. I'm trying to see how you justify keeping half of this money. Not for the bills, because you didn't pay the bills. You stiffed the doctors. And the other thing that you say is you stayed home from work to take care of her?
Yes.
Who was the one who let her drive with the roommate without a car seat?
She wasn't required by law to have a car seat at that state.
Did you think it was wise for her to be in the front seat of a car? A 4-year-old? I mean, just because it's not the law, you're not responsible to do the right thing as her mother, to make sure she's sitting in the back seat in a car seat, well strapped in?
Yes.
Can I see a copy of the check, please?
Yes.
I want to see a copy of the settlement. This is a very poorly written settlement. It's surprising to me. But your name at that point was Shuck?
Correct.
And you signed as parent and natural guardian of Angela. You signed on her behalf.
Okay.
Is that right?
I signed the document, yes.
On her behalf. That's what it says. As parent and natural guardian of Angela, a minor.
Okay. I believe you. That's what they gave me to sign.
So you understood that you were signing on her behalf as her parent. Because she was a minor, she could not enter into an agreement. So now you can explain to me why you're entitled to any of this money.
Well, one, it was for reimbursement of my expenses, like I said.
You didn't pay any expenses.
I did pay expenses.
I don't believe you. I believe you stiffed the doctors.
I've never stiffed anyone in my entire life.
Show me. Show me one paid bill, I'll believe you. One paid bill.
I did not bring any of my canceled
Well,
receipts.
today is the day. Today's court.
Okay.
Angela Whitinger says her mother, Deborah Povis, stole her settlement check from an accident when she was 4 years old. Angela claims her mother is trying to cash in on her injuries.
So anybody can have bills. The paid bills show that you've paid the bills. Then I would consider them.
And the checks were to be made out to both of us to compensate for both of us according to that judgment up there. The checks are to be made out to Angela Whitinger and, at that time, Deborah
Yes, it says that they're going to be made out to both of you. So I want you to explain to me why you're entitled to any of this money. She was the one that was injured.
She was injured, yes. I also took time off work. I was off work, I know, for at least 2 weeks.
Show me that you took 2 weeks off from work.
This is in 1989, 90.
What were you doing in 1989?
I was a bill collector.
For whom?
Central Hardware.
Central Hardware where?
In Bridgeton, Missouri.
Is that where you still live?
I live in the same vicinity, yes.
Good. So why didn't you call them up and say, I need your payroll records so to show that I took 2 weeks off from work to take care of my daughter?
Exist.
What?
They no longer exist. Central Hardware is no longer in existence.
Let's say you were working for Central Hardware and making $200 a week in 1989, maybe. That's $400. That's not $3,000. You weren't making $1,500 a week, were you? No. And you think you're entitled to half of all of this money, right?
Correct.
You're not. You're not. You signed this stipulation of settlement on behalf of your daughter. That money belongs to her. Period. End of discussion.
Then why would my name be on the check?
Because that's the way this judge signed the order. It's muddled. But just because you bear the title of mother doesn't mean you're entitled to any money. That doesn't sound fair, does it? That doesn't sound reasonable to you, does it? Just because you are her mother doesn't mean that you're entitled to profit from her injury, especially when you are profiting from her injury. If what you want is half of $34,000, you are profiting from her injury.
I had medical expenses that exceeded over $4,000.
And I'm going to tell you something, madam. You may have medical expenses that exceeded almost $4,000. I don't believe you paid them. And if you can produce paid bills from any of these doctors, you have the right to reschedule this case. But today was your day to come into court with proof. And you came to court with no proof. You came to court with bills that were still unpaid according to the bills. Because on the bottom, I can guarantee you, it says, please remit. Right?
Correct.
Please remit means that there's still money owed. So, if I'm wrong, produce a paid bill from half of those people. But if you can't, then how can you justify taking half of your daughter's money?
The same thing I just told you about the $4,000.
Listen, let's say a month from now you can produce bills for me for $4,000.
Correct.
I doubt it, because you're not going to be able to. But let's say you can. Why do you think you're entitled to $17,000?
I only kept $3,000.
So is what you're saying that you don't intend to keep half of the rest of the checks? Is that what you're saying?
Correct.
You're questioning. That's a question. Is what you're saying you only want to be reimbursed for what you spent out of pocket, and the rest of the money you intend to turn over to your daughter, and the most you've spent so far, according to you, which I don't believe, is $4,000?
Correct.
Fine. Then, right now, I am issuing a provisional judgment for your daughter in the amount of $3,000. Which means you're going to turn over that $3,000 to her in 30 days. You have 30 days to send into the court paid bills from those people, from the doctor, the hospital, whoever else was involved. And if you can do that, then I will rescind the order. Is that fair?
Yes. Can I say something too?
Yes, I just want to know if you think that that's fair.
Yes.
Good. Okay.
I also found another in the statement, or the settlement, it says that when it was settled, there was $9,166 that was paid. And of that sum, $6,666.66 will be paid to my attorney, and $2,500 will be paid to me for Angela's benefit. I know that the $2,500 is to be used only for Angela's benefit, and I will deposit that sum in a restricted account. I further understand that the balance will be
Can
held.
I see that? Can I see
Yes.
what you're reading from that one?
And I've never seen any of this money either. So that could...
Can I see it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. This you didn't give me. This says that at the time you signed this agreement, you got a check for $9,166. $6,666 was paid to your attorney, and $2,500 was paid to you for Angela's benefit. And you were directed to deposit that money in a restricted bank account. And I further understand, you signed this, that the balance will be held and invested for Angela's use. What'd you do with the money?
I put her through braces.
As a mother, I would think that that's...
Shh. You have a bill for the braces?
No, but she did have braces, which I made payments on.
Well, when did she have braces?
I believe she got them when she was 10 or 11.
Well, a lot of kids get braces, madam, that have absolutely nothing to do with an accident. Most of my children had braces. They were never in a car accident.
She had fractured her jaw, and when she fractured her jaw, it positioned it backwards.
You have proof of that?
Did she fracture her jaw?
No.
Oh.
Judge Judy continues in a moment. And later today...
I hate to do this, but I have to. Could I see it? Yes.
Real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Angela Weidinger says her mother, Deborah Povis, stole her settlement check from an accident when she was 4 years old. Angela claims her mother is trying to cash in on her injuries.
Okay, I've heard you, and I've heard what you're saying, which is now memorialized, that you do not intend to take any more of your daughter's money, that you intend to endorse the remainder of the checks over to her that she's going to be receiving in the coming years. That the only thing in question is the $3,000 that you kept from this year's settlement check, and that you are going to provide the court within 30 days of paid bills. If you do that, your daughter has acknowledged that any money that you were out of pocket as a result of this accident should be reimbursed to you, right?
Right.
Perfect. Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $3,000 to be held for 30 days. That's all. Thank you.
Party are excused. You may step out.
With everything that's gone on in the past 20 years of my life, it's just been ridiculous, so I thought it was finally time to bring it into law.
We've had a rocky relationship.
Since I was 8, I've been in and out of her house, living with my grandparents, living with my aunt.
She's never lived, per se, with my parents. She stayed with them briefly.
I moved out at 17 and have been supporting myself since then.
She did move out on her own when she was 17.
Me and her have never really gotten along as mother and daughter.
I'm hoping that now this is over with, it's done with, that we can both move on with our lives.
I don't see a relationship at all.
Maybe try to make a bridge.
I really want nothing to do with that side of the family.
And now the next case.
All parties in the matter of Doheny versus Cephas, step forward.
20-year-old student Kevin Doheny is suing commission consultant Donna Cephas and her son, 16-year-old Keith Cephas, for the cost of a cover for his Cobra Mustang. Kevin says Keith burned a hole into it when he flicked his cigarette.
Mr. Doheny, it is your claim that Mrs. Cephas's son, your first name?
Keith.
Keith, was smoking and was careless, burned a hole in your car cover, and I assume that that is the car cover in there.
Correct.
And it's a small hole, is that right?
A cigarette hole.
You want him to pay for a new car cover.
Absolutely.
And Mrs. Cephas says, first, it was an act of God, the wind blew the cigarette, and second, you can get a kit to patch it. So why buy a whole new car cover when all it is a patch?
Correct.
I know, I hate to do this, but I have to. Could I see it?
Yes.
How big is that car cover?
It's for a Ford Mustang Cobra. It covers the whole car.
Is that your
My
pet
pride
car?
and joy.
Could
Yes,
I
it is.
see that? I know somebody else who keeps their car covered. I could never understand that. You got to take it off and get into the car and then put it on. Understand? Had you just purchased this?
Yes, ma'am, I did. A month prior.
Can I see the bill, please? Okay. And he's a friend of yours, is that right?
Yeah, I tutored him in school.
Okay.
And I would help him out, work on his car and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
It's the $169.95.
Okay. Ta-da! Say something.
So what happened? Okay. Well, what happened was I was standing outside. I just finished a cigarette and I went to go flick it. I flicked it like that way. His car was over here and the wind took the cigarette like literally over my head and landed on the car cover. And then I seen it land on the car cover, so I flicked it off. And then I didn't realize it was going to make a burn hole in it. And then next day, while I was in school, he calls me and tells me that I burned a hole in his car cover.
So?
And he wanted me to buy him a new car cover.
So?
I told him that I had a patch kit and I would come look at the hole to see how bad it was.
He doesn't want it patched. He wants it the way it was before you flicked your cigarette. Do you have anything you want to say, Mrs. Cephas?
Well, yeah, I mean, I understand that, you know, he did burn the hole, but, I mean, it's not like he literally went up and burned the hole. I mean, he flicked the cigarette, you know, the wind
He was careless.
took it.
He was careless.
Yes.
He was careless.
Right, but I mean, he didn't purposely do it, but he did say, I will try to fix it. He's not avoiding his responsibility.
He can fix it.
The patch, yeah, you can with those vinyl, the little vinyl kits, because we had patched other vinyl. We had a roof.
He doesn't want a patch.
I understand, but I really don't feel as though we should have to pay for a brand new one if it can be fixed. He didn't even try. He just out and out said, no, I want a brand new one. You could fix it. You could take it yourself. Well, I don't want a cover.
Well, you just bought yourself a cover. You just bought yourself a cover. Let's say you saved up for a very long time to buy yourself a very special leather coat. And some stranger negligently cut a hole in the coat. Small hole. You just spent $500 on this leather coat that you had been lusting over. And they said, gee, I'm so sorry. I was careless and I'm so sorry. I'm going to get a patch kit. So you can patch it. You say, I don't want a patch kit. I just bought this brand new leather coat. Why should I patch it when it could split? It may not split today, it'll split tomorrow, or it'll split next month, or 6 months from now. It's perfectly good. Why would I want to accept something that's second rate? You got it?
Yes.
Perfect. Judgment for the plaintiff, the amount of $169.
Parties are excused. You may step out. All rise. This is case number 365 on the calendar in the matter of Pantupo versus Montanez. Parties have been sworn in, Judge. You may be seated. Folks, have a seat, please.
Ms. Pantupo, it is your claim that Ms. Montanez assaulted you during a road rage incident.
Yes, ma'am.
Ms. Montanez said she never touched you. Tell me where and when this happened.
On September 4th, 2004, me and my boyfriend, Michael Cheney, picked up my 16-year-old brother, and we were on our way to lunch.
Stop playing with your papers.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, now tell me what happened with the defendant.
I was in the middle lane trying to make a left turn into the shopping center where the restaurant is located on. And then I noticed a truck behind me, a dark blue Ford F-150. Miss Montanez was the driver of the truck, kept honking constantly at me, but I wasn't going to go because I wasn't going to get into a wreck. And then when I finally made the turn, she came really fast right after me, and I thought she was going to hit me. The front of her bumper was like right by my driver's side door. And my window was down at the time, and we exchanged a few profanities.
Who said what first?
I said, what the? And she started screaming all kinds of bad words at me. And then she reached into my car, grabbed me by my hair, and I felt a couple of punches, and I felt as if she was trying to pull me out of my car by my hair. My boyfriend saw that, and he said, what is your F problem? And then he got out of the car, ran around my car. Then Miss Montana saw him coming toward her, so she ran back to her truck. And then my boyfriend then made the 911 call with the tech number, which I have the 911 transcript
May I
of.
see it, please? Okay. Now, after she got back into the car, what did she do?
She parked on the front of the coin laundry and took out her laundry basket as if nothing happened and was going to start doing her laundry. And I was really shocked at the time. And then my boyfriend got back in the car, and then I can see the other two passengers in her truck, which is that lady and a man in the late 20s or early 30s in her passenger seat. I can see them trying to motion her back in the truck like it's not safe to be here anymore. And then they drove off, and I was so mad after I realized what happened to me. I start following them into the parking lot. And after I followed them to a quarter mile, my boyfriend is still on the 911 call at this time. He told me, he said, "It's okay, it's okay."
Okay, I got it. Now, did you seek medical treatment at any time for your injuries?
Yes.
Do you have a doctor's report?
No, I couldn't get in touch with him.
Okay. Tell me the way you felt.
I couldn't go to sleep. I couldn't lay on my left side because my head was hurting really bad, and I get the severe headaches.
How long did that last?
I would say a little bit over a week, and I couldn't go to work for a week because of it.
Okay, Miss Montanez, you want to tell me your version of the events, please?
We were on Singleton Road. It was my daughter's birthday that day, and I had to go to the laundromat to pick up some laundry. And there was a lot of cars going by at the moment when I stopped behind her, and I could see down because my truck is up high, and I could see down, and you could hear their music because it was kind of a warm day, and our windows were down. And I saw her talking to some individual, the passenger in the car, but I figured she just got caught up in her music, like all teenagers, and talking. So I honked my horn.
She's not a teenager.
Well, she looked like one at the time, but she was having a conversation. I honked my horn to let her know to go. She got mad. She stuck her hand out the window and did a profanity and called me an F and B. So I turned in before her into the shop.
Just a second. So what you did is you went around her.
Correct.
Keep going.
I pulled in front of her, and then I made the left turn and parked right in front of the laundromat because there's like an island right there where you can park. I got out of the truck. We started arguing, cursing at each other and everything, and my sister got out of the truck, and I was just like, ugh, I don't have time to deal with this, because I thought they were teenagers. So I turned around and was going to go in the laundromat, didn't even make it in the laundromat, and I heard my sister screaming, "April, April, come on." And I turned around. When I turned around, I saw her boyfriend with rings in his nose, and just the way he looked, it scared me like a skinhead, and I'm like, oh my God, let's get in the car. So I jump in the truck. When I'm getting in the truck, she has her mace gun. We have a 14-day-old baby in the truck. It was myself, the baby, and then my sister. She's going through the window and she's doing all like this, but for some oddball reason, the mace had stuck. And my sister's rushing to roll the window up in case she did unstick it. And I said, oh my God, Stephanie, let's go. This is crazy. I can't believe this. I put my truck in reverse, and I backed out, and I went back the same way I come in. She come behind me and was following me, and I was going at a fast-paced speed to get away from her because it scared me.
When did you call the police?
I didn't call the police.
Right. You're telling me that someone tried to mace you in your car with a little tiny baby in the car, following you, a lunatic, and you never called the police?
Well, Your Honor, the reason why I didn't call the police is because I saw her boyfriend. When I was coming back to my truck, he was talking to the 911 officer.
Now,
and
why
he said, write her tag number down.
Why would you think they would call 911, and at the time they called the police, this is what they reported. They didn't know the person, got mad when they were making a turn into PL. She started screaming, went around, got out, and hit the female in the face and pulled her hair while screaming at the female. He didn't say they're having a screaming match, didn't say anybody took out mace. Said, my girlfriend got punched in the face and got her hair pulled, and we don't know who this person is.
And the reason why I didn't call at the time, Your Honor, I did not have my cell phone. I was just nervous, and I was ready to get out of there.
Very good. Now, what?
I have a police report from this incident, and she told a totally different story.
Can I see the police report, please?
To the police. It's a totally different story.
You want to speak? You want to be very careful about what you say. You're the sister, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're the reason that they didn't follow up and press charges because you confirmed her story. Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
I want to tell you something. I'm smarter than the police. So you want to risk it? Get up. We understand each other? That requires an answer, yes or no?
Yes,
do you understand me?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you choose to stand up and testify, or would you like to remain in your seat?
I like to testify.
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
She beeped the horn. They had music.
How many times did she beep the horn?
It was like 2 or 3 times for her to go.
2 or 3 times. Your sister told me she beeped the horn only once.
And later today,
I accepted the gift if he would stop doing drugs and drinking. He did not.
You were better off without opening your mouth. You were better off just standing there and looking gorgeous.
real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Pirapon Pontupo says she was assaulted in a parking lot by fellow motorist April Montanez. Pirapon says April tried to pull her out of her car by her hair.
Your name?
Stephanie.
You have a last name?
Imes.
You want to tell me the story?
It's pretty much what my sister said.
It's pretty much what your sister said?
We were going to Kroger's. She was in front of my sister. It was busy coming traffic. She beeped the horn. They had music.
How many times did she beep the horn?
It was like 2 or 3 times for her to go.
2 or 3 times? Your sister told me she beeped the horn only once.
It was like 2 or 3 times for her to go, like a rapid beep for her to go.
So it was 2 or 3 times, but it was like 1 time because it was so fast.
Yeah, it's like a rapid beep.
Right.
Okay. So they had the music going. She beeped the horn. She leaned out of the car. She flicked her off and said some stuff, some cuss words. My sister went ahead because no cars were coming. She went in front of the lady. The car came in behind us. We turned to go towards the laundromat. My sister parked next to the little island. The laundromat is right across from the car. My sister got out of the car. They were arguing back and forth, cussing at each other. Then my sister, I kind of stood out to hear what was going on. My sister walked into the laundromat. I got back in the truck.
Did she carry anything into the laundromat?
I think she had some...
Just a second. Look at me. Did she carry anything into the laundromat?
Yes.
What did she take out of the car?
It was some outfits, I guess. Yes.
Were the outfits in a basket?
No. No.
No basket?
No.
Just things in her hand? Now, what were you going to the laundromat for?
To pick up some clothes, and I think she had to dry clean the clothes that she had for the party. But at the time that I was waiting for my sister, this female came up to the truck as I got back in. She had some mace in her hand, and she was trying to
Was that before or after your sister hit her?
She didn't hit her.
Yes, she did. Sit down.
Your Honor.
Yes, she did. Oh, yes, she did. She hit her, and she pulled her hair. And she was really annoyed. You want to know why I know she was really annoyed? Because she had a 2-week-old baby in the car, and instead of sitting there waiting for traffic to move, she sped up around and went around a car that was waiting to make a left turn and pulled out in front of her. That's something that someone does who has no judgment. And they only do it when they're annoyed.
No, ma'am.
I didn't ask you anything. I listened to you. You know, there's an old expression. If it doesn't make sense, it's usually not true. If it walks like a duck and quacks like a duck, it's a duck. Because we've all drivers have been in the same situation that you were in. Sometimes you're behind somebody, and for some reason, they don't make a turn when they're supposed to. The arrow is green. They're waiting, they're talking, they're involved in the phone, they're listening, they're daydreaming, and you're looking and you're saying, that's the only shade of green there's going to be, right? Why isn't this person going? If you have a short fuse, you'll honk the horn a few times, and if that's not successful, you'll peel out, which is what you did. You peeled out with a baby in the car, went around her in order to make a left turn because you thought that there was a clear enough avenue of traffic so that you could make the turn. I believe everything that she says. You had a bad hair day.
No, ma'am, I didn't.
Oh, yeah, you did. Yeah, you did. Your sister got you back into the... Listen to me. And your sister got you back into the car because you both saw the boyfriend on the phone with the police. That's what you just told me. A moment ago you said, I didn't have to call the police because I knew they were calling the police. And if you knew they were calling the police, then you stay there and wait for the police. You don't take off. What you just told me was, I didn't call the police because of this mace, thinking fast, because he was calling the police. And if somebody is calling the police, and if you are a victim of a crime, you remain there with the doors locked, windows up. You don't get out to go and take your clothes into the dry cleaners.
Because none of this took place, Your Honor. We just argued. We had our words.
Madam, I don't
She tried to get me...
Madam, I don't believe you. And I don't believe
can I bring
your sister.
something else to evidence?
Absolutely. Show it to me.
Okay, I have a disposition of a hearing when she tried to file simple battery and simple assault charges, and we went to Gwinnett County courts, and they were dismissed for insufficient evidence as well. Because in the police report, it says that the police officer, there was no physical evidence on the victim other than a few strands of hair that was allegedly pulled out by the suspect.
Listen to me, madam. She's not saying you broke her skin.
But there would have been swelling or something for the officer. This never took place, Your Honor.
I'm telling you, it took place, madam.
It didn't.
Listen, because you got over on a cop, and because you got over perhaps on a district attorney, you and your sister, who wouldn't know the truth if it came up and slapped her in the face, doesn't mean that I have to believe you. Your story doesn't make sense. Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $2,500. That's all.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
I insulted her race. She insulted mine. She told me she was going to get me.
The defendants, it's worse than a piece of dog.
If you would have saw her boyfriend, like 6 foot tall, earrings, a dragon tattoo on his neck.
He's 6'2", but he also weighed as much as she does, which is they both weighed 185 pounds.
I was just in a rush to get out of there, because in Atlanta, people have been shot by road rage.
It's just that she's a lying.
And now the next case.
All parties in the matter of Ortega versus Gutierrez. Step forward.
Computer technician Netza Ortega is suing his ex-girlfriend, 26-year-old customer service rep Maribel Gutierrez, for unpaid loans to get her hair done and for the return of a promise ring.
Oh, Mr. Ortega. The romance is over. You want your jewelry back, and you want some money that you loaned to the defendant while you were together.
That's correct.
Ms. Gutierrez says you often gave her money. There was never any mention of a payback. And the jewelry you want back were gifts that you made to her, and you're not entitled to them back.
I feel that it's entitled back to me because they were actually a symbol of a relationship.
All right, let's take the simple ones first. The loan. When do you claim, and what year did you make her the loan?
June of this year, and it was to get her hair done, and it was for $50.
What's next,
Okay,
Mr. Ortega?
after that, it was another loan for $50 to get her hair done.
Get over it, Mr.
And then after that, it was another $40, and that was
to get her nails done?
No.
Manicure, pedicure.
No, that was actually
facial,
to get her diaper.
leg wax, whatever.
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
Let's get to the jewelry.
Okay, the jewelry was given to her in April.
Did she go shopping with you for the jewelry?
No.
You went by yourself?
I went by myself.
And you went to a store and you picked out what kind of jewelry?
A promise ring. It was a butterfly made of diamonds.
And what else?
And then a month later, after I paid off the ring, I got her a matching pendant that went with it.
How much did you pay for all this?
About $325 total.
$325.
Yes.
So we're not exactly talking the Hope Diamond here.
No.
Is that right? Mr. Ortega?
Yes.
Is this your first girlfriend?
No, it's not.
How many girlfriends have you had?
I've had about 4.
Did you buy them gifts?
I bought them gifts.
And then you broke up with them?
Yes.
Did they give you back the gifts?
No, because I didn't ask them for those because there weren't actual agreements. The promise ring was an agreement that we would stay in a monogamous relationship. And now that it's over, I deserve that. I should get it back.
Wait 1 second.
Miss Judy?
Just 1 second. When you gave her the ring, what did you say to her?
I said, this is a promise that we would stay in this relationship.
You made her a promise?
Yes.
That's nice.
And she agreed to take it.
Mr. Ortega.
Yes.
Grow up, sir.
Okay.
You're dying to say something.
Yes, I am.
Go ahead.
We made a promise that he would stop drinking, doing drugs, and I accepted the gift if he would stop doing drugs and drinking. He did not. Accidentally, I don't know what happened to the gift. It got
that's
lost.
not true.
Listen to me. You were better off without opening your mouth.
Okay.
You were better off just standing there and looking gorgeous. Mr. Ortega.
Yes.
Get over it. Put a period. Move on.
Okay.
If you want a ring that comes back to you, you buy a diamond.
It was diamond.
Nice, listen to me. No, not a
were
butterfly.
diamonds.
Not a butterfly, Mr. Ortega. You buy a single diamond and you have it set in a very nice setting, and then you say, I want you to marry me.
I did.
Listen to me. I'm speaking.
At one point, though, I did.
I'm speaking.
Okay.
Will you marry me? This is an engagement ring.
We weren't
not
engaged.
a promise ring. I don't care if you were engaged or not. Listen, I've gotten engaged without a ring, too, once or twice.
Okay.
A ring, the solitaire, Mr. Ortega, not a butterfly.
Actually, it was a princess cut.
Bye, Mr. Ortega.
He was using drugs.
I treated her well.
I have a 2-year-old son. I'm not.
Parties have been sworn in, Judge. You may be seated.
Ms. Malone, it is your claim that the defendant who you had hired to fix your car, you had been, I guess, on a trip to Las Vegas, and your car or truck broke down. You took it to the defendant. He fixed it. Still didn't run right. You took it back to him. And then when you went to pick it up, there was some sort of an altercation. It is your claim that he, A, assaulted you when you were trying to get out of his shop, and B, that he didn't fix your car and you want your money back because you were forced to put it on your credit card in order to get your car back. The defendant says that he did, in fact, do what he was supposed to do on the car, and he never put his hands on you. You must have tripped or fallen or fell into a wall as you were leaving your shop. So, tell me when your car broke down in Las Vegas.
On the weekend of the 17th, 17th being a Monday.
17th of what?
Of June, 02.
Who were you with?
I was with my husband, my son, and my mother.
And what kind of car did you have?
I had a 1991 Ford F-350 one-ton pickup.
What happened to the truck that caused you to take it to the defendant?
While driving the vehicle, it started to stall. It would not shift correctly, and then we noted that there was some liquid that was emanating from the vehicle. Subsequently, my husband said that it had to be transmission problems.
Okay, so you took it into the defendant?
Correct.
And you found him through a Yellow Page ad, or you found him through the phone book, or you found him through...
I found him through the Yellow Pages because recognizing that it was had a transmission problem.
Okay, Yellow Pages. And what did he tell you?
He just said that he would correct the problem, which he did, supposedly.
Okay. How much did he charge you for that?
$847.10.
You went to pick up the car when?
The same day. Supposedly, he put in a torque converter. His diagnosis was that's what was necessary.
You have the bill for that?
Yes, I do.
May I see it, please?
I also have the receipt, what I paid.
Okay. In one day, he fixed it with a torque converter for $847.
That's correct.
What does this torque converter look like, sir? Tell me.
Big round housing that sits between the engine and the transmission, holds fluid, and gets the fluid. That's what creates torque.
Okay, so it's a big round thing.
Mm-hmm.
That's all you have to tell me. That's all I need to know about it. Did you give her the old one?
No, they have a core on them.
Just asking you. Did you give her the old one?
No.
Did you see the old one?
No.
What's the matter, Bert? You okay? You okay with my questions so far?
Oh, keep going. You're doing well.
Am I doing all right?
You're doing great.
Good. I thought you might think so. And then you took the truck out.
Correct.
What happened when you took the truck out?
I returned it to California and started noting on the way back the same problems with the shifting. I called Scott Whitaker and told him the car is doing the same identical thing that it was doing when I first brought it into you. So he said I had to return to Las Vegas, Nevada with the vehicle for him to repair it. So we made arrangements and I brought the car back on July the 12th.
So how did you get home?
I had to have someone else drive me. And so we drove 2 cars, the 450 miles, and then drove back to California.
Go ahead.
So then after he called me and then finally told me the car was ready, I went back.
Did he tell you what was wrong with it?
He said that he had to replace the transmission, that the torque converter was the method of stair-stepping, that it didn't actually cure the problem.
So you went back to pick it up?
Correct. I paid him. At that point, he indicated the amount was $1258.67, and that was at 10:21 a.m. So I owed him nothing.
10:21. And then what happened? You took the truck out?
I took the truck out. Same shifting problems. Called my husband. He said, you need to take the truck back. I come back. I said, I need an invoice to show and document the stuff that you're doing to the car. He says, I'm busy right now. I can't give you anything. I said, okay, but when I come back, I need an invoice. I want this documented. He then tells me in the interim that he's having someone look at the car and diagnose it. So then he comes back to me and tells me it has nothing to do with the transmission. The transmission is fine. This is a speed sensor. It's unrelated. I'm going to do you a favor and I'm going to go ahead and fix it. If it's unrelated, I'm not going to charge you. I said, fine. How long is that going to take? About a half hour. Go have lunch, and we'll give you a call. I had my 80-year-old mother with me, my son and so forth, so we went to eat. I don't hear from him. So about 10 to 5, I call him up and said, what's the status of my car? So he says, oh, they're test driving the car right now. Come pick up the car. It's ready. Terrific. I go down there. I ask him for the invoice. He tells me that the computers are down. If I want a bill, that if I want him to give me some kind of invoice, then he's going to charge me. I said, charge me for what? So I'm being stubborn. I'm saying, listen, if you fix the car, just give me an invoice. And he gives me the keys to the truck and says, you get out of here, your car's, I'm done with you, and so forth. So then I go to the truck, and I know that my car had been driven 63 miles.
Where's the car driven to that day?
Around the whole city on the loop. We have a beltway there. She tells me I'm going back to California, make sure my vehicle does not have to come back. And then she's going to tell me, you drove my vehicle 63 miles? Yeah, you're driving 450. You want it to work?
Who drove the car?
One of our technicians. We road test every single vehicle. It's not abnormal.
60 miles worth?
Some of them 100, yes.
Really? Does that sound right to you, Bert?
I've never had it happen to me.
I've never had it happen to me either. How old are you?
I'm 25.
How old are you, Bert?
45.
I'm older. Between us, we have almost 100 years. It's never happened to us that we took a car in to be repaired.
How many times has your car been in the shop?
Our cars? I have had more cars than you have years, sir. And I have never had all different kinds, all different flavors. And I have never had somebody road test a car that they repaired for 63 miles. Never happened.
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
While he's restraining me, grabbing me both arms, I try to grab his private part so he'll let go of me. So then he grabs my hands.
That's a good spot.
Thank you. Thank you. It was difficult trying to find them, though. That was the problem. And I have
You're cute.
Real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Lisa Malone says she was ripped off and assaulted by auto shop manager Scotty Whitaker. Scotty says Lisa is being dramatic.
Okay, so now you're outside. He's not going to give you. He said, take your car and leave. And there's a certain frustration.
Yes.
I get your frustration. I'm surprised it took you this long. I would have had his shop closed before then.
So at this point, he gives me, because I'm being insistent, I'm saying, give me something to show, because you're telling me that the car was
Gotcha.
magnificent.
You want something. Okay, so he gives you this. Is this
Piece of
what he gives
paper
you?
Saying that's a speed sensor. What he did.
This is your handwriting, and you said it was a speed sensor. Is that right that you fixed? Is that right? And that was the cause of the problem?
That was the cause of her problem after she brought it back.
No. Can I see his ad, by the way? I just want to make sure I get a real good shot of the name of this company. Your company is Best Auto Specialists? Transmission problems? One-day service. That's what it says.
That's because that's in the transmission section of the phone book. We do have a general repair shop on the same lot.
That's not in here, right? Okay, so the first time you didn't do anything with the transmission. The first time you did something with a torque for $850. And after you did something with the torque, she still had a problem with the car. Not a problem, the same symptoms that she had that caused her to bring it into you.
Because that's what she said?
Yes.
So she's automatically right?
Because that's what she said, because that's what I believe.
Okay, if you look at what her thing says here, losing fluid. The first reason, the reason that with the torque converter, the reason why the torque converter got replaced was from losing fluid. It had nothing to do with the vehicle jerking.
And that had nothing to do with the bad transmission?
No, it didn't.
You mean this all serendipitously happened at the same time, including the speed sensor?
You have to understand how...
Including the speed sensor. Is that what you're telling me, sir? Including the speed
no, there's
sensor.
3 different problems.
Okay. Can I ask you a question?
Sure.
She had the car there one day. You charged her $800. You knew she was really in a pinch because she doesn't come from Las Vegas. She comes from California. She went home to California, and what nut is going to come back 900 miles to bring back the car? She sues you. She comes back. It would be easier for her to sue you than for her to schlep the car back and forth from California to Vegas. So why didn't you just say to her, look, take the car to your own people there. I'll send you a check back for half, and we'll call it even. Did you suggest that to her?
How about she never gave me the opportunity to do that? And I have that documented, too.
Show me.
She took her vehicle to Midway Ford, okay? Then sent me a demand letter for that bill.
She took it afterwards to Midway Ford, and they replaced the torque converter. The same torque converter that you say you replaced.
Yeah.
You think her torque converter went bad in such a short period of
It
time?
very well could have. That's why we give warranties. And that's when she...
It could have failed, or it could have not have been replaced. Either one of those two things. In any event, okay, now let's get to the assault.
My son comes in. He had been waiting on the second car. We had driven to go up there. He's wanting to know what's going on. And so then I talk to him in Spanish, and I tell him that, you know, he is now wanting to invalidate. Oh, I'm sorry. Before that, what had happened was, when I knew I wasn't going to have any recourse, I said, you know, if I have any more problems that are related with this car, I'm going to contact my credit card, and I'm going to dispute. So then he says, okay, then I'm going to cancel your earlier invoice, and you're going to have to pay me cash. I said, I don't have cash, and you're getting ready to close. He says, too bad. He says, you'll have to come another day. And I said, I can't come back another day. I need to return to California and stuff. He says, oh, you want to get smart with me? And then we got into the name calling. And so he said, you know, we'll see who's smart on this, and so forth.
And you told your son to take off with the car?
Exactly.
Okay.
Okay. He heard or saw him, and then I proceeded to go out also. So then he goes and he grabs me by the shoulders.
You are such a
And
liar.
he pushes me back. I'm screaming because I'm thinking, what's this guy flipped? I mean, what's going on with it? So I'm screaming, let me out, let me out. And so while he's restraining me, grabbing me both arms, I try to grab his private parts so he'll let go of me. So then he grabs my hands.
That's a good spot.
Thank you, thank you. It was difficult trying to find them, though. That was the problem. And I have
You're cute.
and I have carpal tunnel. So he ends up spraining my left arm. I have bruises. I have medical reports.
Let me see.
Here's my first visit.
Let me know when I can tell all my side of the whole story.
I will.
Because this is
We're gonna
ridiculous.
The police report indicates that there was evidence of physical injury when they saw...
Who wrote that?
The police officer.
What police officer?
S. And this was by the police officer on the 31st of
At the
July.
police station, though, not at our shop.
Doesn't make any... I don't know where it was, sir. He responded...
Well, what I'm getting at is anything could have happened. On her way to get to the police station, this is a police report from officers at my shop who go ahead and read, proved me to be the victim. She tried showing them scratches that had scabs on it, that I did that to her. It scabbed over in 5 minutes. Give me a break.
You know these police officers?
I do not.
Well, I don't understand what their problem was, sir. You committed a felony.
I did?
Yes.
What's that?
I'm going to tell you, because I'm going to tell you what the police officer said in here. Maybe they're just stupid. They said, Whitaker stated he told, and then it's blocked out, who had witnessed the entire incident to block Metz's car with the tow truck so that she could be detained until the bill was paid. That's what they said you told the officer. Whitaker stated that he stepped between Metz and the front door and attempted to detain Metz from leaving until her car was blocked in. You can't do that. That's a felony.
Okay.
That's a felony, sir.
Well, they saw it differently than you, and they were
Well,
there.
let me tell you something. They don't have as many years as I do in the business. That's a felony. You have no right to detain someone, to block someone's passage if they want to leave.
I never physically touched her, which means I did not detain her.
Oh, I don't believe that, sir. That's a question of whether or not I believe you,
that.
because I read your statement very carefully.
And
listen, you may be used to dealing with people in your fashion. You're not used to dealing with people like me. You say in your answer, sir, I ran out and told my driver to stay parked. My tow truck was backing up to leave for the day and happened to block her truck in. Here you told the police officers, I told blank, who had witnessed the entire incident, to block Metz's car in with a tow truck so that she could not leave.
that is in that officer's words. That is in my words.
This is what he's quoting you as saying, sir.
Okay, well, I'm sorry he quoted that, but that's in his words.
So that's a mistake.
I don't know what to tell you about what he wrote, but I can tell you.
Okay. Look, when you have a business, there's a certain thing called goodwill. She brought her car in because it didn't run, and you didn't fix it. And you felt as if you had her by the throat because she had a car, she had no way of getting back the first time. You fixed it, you charged her almost $1,000 for the day. Whether you fixed it or not, whether you put in a new torque or whatever else you said you put in, a month later she had to have another one put in. In any event, I think that you never felt as if this lady was going to come back.
I never dealt with her. I dealt with her husband.
Doesn't make any difference. You dealt with the car. You didn't fix her transmission. You fixed the cars. You fixed the cars. But a good businessman, somebody who's not shady, would have said, look, you're in California. I'm here. Didn't work out. Show me the thing from Ford where you had another torque put in. If it didn't work, it didn't work. I'll send you back your money.
They didn't give me that option.
When they called you and said, I'm still having trouble, you couldn't get the words out fast enough. Look, you're in California.
After
I'm
they
in
already
Vegas.
fixed it. They already took it somewhere, fixed it, and then sent me a demand letter.
For the money back.
That is not, you can't do that. They signed
Listen to
away.
me. You're not paying attention to me, Mr. Whitaker.
You're not paying attention.
No.
They signed something.
Listen to me. No, you're not paying attention. I'm talking to you about being in business and having goodwill, which, by the way, you have totally destroyed. She would say to you, when she wanted to leave, I'm going to cancel the credit card. I've read your paperwork, sir. Your paperwork says she may dispute the charges, but she's not going to cancel the credit card. That's what your paperwork says. Listen to me. That's what it says. It says that she may not do that. So why would you block her car? If it says that she cannot do that, all you have to do when Visa, MasterCard, or whatever credit card company she's dealing with calls you and says, I have a customer disputing your charge, you say to them, look, I'm sending you a contract that we have. The contract says that the customer may dispute the charges, but may not cancel the credit card. She could sue you, but she can't do that.
Can I ask her a question real quick? Because that was written 20 minutes after that all happened.
Pay careful attention to me, sir. It's in your contract that she cannot
My contract
cancel.
don't mean anything to
that
you.
she cannot. It's in your contract. The fact
They
that
don't mean
she
anything to
said,
you.
hey, thickhead, the fact that she said to you, I'm going to cancel the credit card doesn't mean she can do it. So you let her go out with her car. You don't start a problem. You don't say you have to stay here. I'm going to block your car. You say, you go, cancel the credit card if you like. And then when the credit card company calls you because you have a disputed charge, you said, I'm sending you a copy of the contract that I have with her. Do you understand that, Mr. Whitaker?
You're not understanding what I'm saying. That was not signed like that at the time that happened. That was signed after the police had come.
Oh, so the police forced her to sign that.
No,
Is that
they
what you're
didn't.
saying to me?
They asked her if she wanted her truck that was on private
Just
property.
a second. So the police officer said, if you want your truck back,
yes.
And you're telling me these are cops you don't
Yes.
know?
They're not cops
God,
I don't
do
know.
I not believe you? Do
How
I
do I
not
know?
believe you? Listen to me. Listen to me. You don't get any prizes for being smart when you already are on notice that he probably didn't fix anything in the first place because Ford says they put in the exact same part. So you don't get any prizes for smarts.
You're right.
Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $3,500, which includes the price that you spent to fix the car and whatever injuries you suffered.
Thank you,
That's
Your
all.
Honor.
Goodbye.
Parties are excused. Versus Rathbun. Parties have been sworn in. Judge, you may be seated. Have a seat.
Mr. DiPietro, according to what I read, you were going on vacation and you wanted to sort of redo your body. You saw an advertisement. The advertisement was from the defendant's company. It indicated that if you used her body wraps, that you would take instantly inches off your frame. You went to her, got the body wrap. You were dissatisfied with the service which was, according to you, guaranteed by the defendant. You felt sort of intimidated when the session was over, and you did pay her. I think the session was $80, $85, is that right? But you got home and you stopped payment on the check. The defendant was furious that you stopped payment on the check, and according to her, after some efforts to try to get you to pay, she filed a complaint with the police.
Correct.
I don't know what the nature of the complaint was, but you were contacted by the police and told that a warrant was issued for your arrest and you should come in and turn yourself in. Did you go and turn yourself in?
Yes, I did.
And you were searched, you were detained for a period of time, and ultimately the police said to you that if you want this whole thing to go away, you'll give her the money, which you did, and she dropped the charges, the police let you go. You are suing her for the following: for the return of your $85, but that's a small part of your complaint, and the rest of your lawsuit has to do with the humiliation that you suffered as a result of the arrest, because it's your claim that the defendant breached her contract to you, which was a guarantee of success. You said that the treatment was not successful. The defendant has a counterclaim, I don't know, loss of income. It's a nonsense counterclaim. I don't understand her counterclaim. She'll explain it to me. So let me see how you found the defendant.
This is my evidence.
Just show me the ad. This is clear. Not only is it an offer, but it says that there is a guarantee that you lose 10 inches today, guaranteed, non-surgically. And this is what you saw.
Yes.
Okay, so tell me what happened when you went to see the defendant.
When I went to see her, also she told me when I called her about the ad, I was kind of skeptical about the ad, and I said, how can you lose that? And she said, oh, you can lose 10 to 30 inches. Check out my website. So I went to the website, and this was on her website. This says 10 to 30 inches. And it says guaranteed on there, too. So she told me I had nothing to lose because it was guaranteed, and she told me, or my money back. So I made an appointment. Before the body wrap started, I asked her again, this is guaranteed? We sat down. She said, oh, yes, it's definitely guaranteed. Look, you have the ad and everything. It was